Is this thing on? What up? What up? What up? Get right, world. We are back. It's week 14. I'm Anthony, aka Rasta. I'm here with the one, the only Fish and Frank. What's up, Frank?
What's up, peoples? How's it going, man? It is the last week. This is sad. But we went through a whole fantasy season. Hopefully, your
It's
teams made it
it's
into the
here.
playoffs.
I'm
Maybe we
clinched.
helped you guys along the way. This guy's clinched. I'm not clinched. I'm trying to make it in my leagues and just be a spoiler. Keep playing to the end. It's not over.
Yeah. Ruin someone else's year. If you're
Yeah,
down at the bottom, ruin someone else's year. You're still
I'm trying
making
to take
moves.
somebody out. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get
Yep.
stuff done. A lot of people have last place punishments. There's different conversations
Yeah.
on, should last place people be trading or making moves. And to me, it's like, yeah, you're playing spoiler, man. I don't think you should just grab all the quarterbacks. I'm not for all that kind of stuff. You know how Mike does. He likes grabbing all these guys and trying to block
Right.
his opponents and all that kind of stuff. I don't play like that. I'm like, you
That's
bring your
dirty.
best, I'll bring my guys, and let the
Yeah.
best man win. It's just
Exactly. That's dirty
that's
play
how
right
I
there.
am. Yeah, I don't like doing that. As you know, me and the fantasy gods have a thing, so I can't do anything like that to upset them. I have to stay right on the straight and narrow, or else my guys start dropping like flies. Hashtag roster reaper.
Right.
So you guys know how it goes down. Shout out to everybody in here. We got Dim Boys in here. I know he has some playoff spots clinched, that's for
Yeah.
sure. Making a run in the Dynasty League where my Taco Buy team, one win on the season, which interestingly enough came against the number one guy in the league, the best team. That's usually how it works in fantasy football. Shout out to NYG guy there. And they got a battle going on in there, but I got my 5-year plan going. So what's up, Dim Boys? Thanks for joining us as always. FF season, what's up, my guy? Hope everything's well, man. Hope you got a clinch, get that asterisk by your name to guarantee yourself 2 or 3 extra games, hopefully. So what's up, man?
Right.
We got Jerry in here. What's up, Neanderthal? What up?
What's
What
up?
up?
What's up?
Got the crew in here. Of course, Dustin was first, flexing on everyone in there. Um, Still feeling under the weather, so he'll hold it down in the chat for you guys. Make sure you get your questions in there. We're definitely going to help out with that. We're going to go through week 14 roster management, man. That's the name of the show. We're going to do a Thursday night preview as well. Pittsburgh Steelers versus Minnesota Vikings. So we'll definitely get into that game as well. And like I said, taking your live questions. So helping people out. Like we said, some people need a win right now. Other people are just kind of kicking back. I'm not even starting a tight end this week just because I don't need to. And I don't really care how my playoff seed, falls or who I play. It may make a difference later, but, I'm just rolling with it. I
You're
like
like
the guys
rolling
that
the
I have.
dice, let the chips fall may they may, huh?
Exactly. So week 14, people's on a bye. We got the Indianapolis Colts, we have the Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and the Philadelphia Eagles, which is why Dallas Goddard is just hanging out on my lineup this week after that performance he put on last week. So
So how do you
um
feel about that? I wasn't even thinking about it that much till just like now recently, and I was like, wait a minute, this is like the last game. This is like F season
it's it,
members and
man.
myself. It's win or go home time, right? You got to get it, win to
Yeah.
get in, that kind of situation. But now there's literally 4 teams on the bye that those guys might be riding. You could have had some guys on those teams,
JT, the number
and
one
now you
guy.
don't
What
have
if
them.
you need a win? I
Yeah,
mean, if
it
you
hurt
had
me
JT,
last
you're
week.
probably
I had
clinched,
had
but
Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers wasn't in last week, and I was like, it got me a loss. I was like, man, I couldn't. Freaking Carson Wentz has just killed me.
ooh.
All I needed was 1 week, guy. 1 week, dude.
Right,
But
it's
anyways,
always
you know
it's
what I mean?
always
Like,
the wrong week, yeah.
yeah,
I have Kelsey and Kittle in the league, and, of course, the 1 week when Kelsey was on a bye was the week Kittle did nothing. He blew it up the 2 weeks before, and the week after was the number 1 tight end, except for the week that, I needed him out, but anyway, um,
yeah. But I like how the league extended the weeks. I like the 1 more week that we have we're
yeah,
playing.
1 more
But I
game.
don't like this such a late freaking buy. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It
You know what
throws
I
a
mean?
little
People
little
all should
extra
be all the
wrinkle in
buys should
there.
be done by now, like especially for fantasy purposes, right? They should know. The NFL knows, and they should already know that there's a whole fantasy community that's based around their game. So you know what I mean? Like they should know better than this. Like I'm
Mhm.
sure they maybe next year they'll fix it because people are gonna be complaining.
There
I'm complaining now.
Oh, he is. Put it out there. It's an official
Right? It's out
official
there. It's
complaint.
official.
Log it, log it. We got FF Season chiming in here. Um, I was telling him hopefully he's clinching that spot. He said, "Nah, he's in a winner go home this week. It's going to be tough without CMC." So, shout out to all the CMC owners, man. I was one last year. I didn't get the fortunate or unfortunate opportunity to have him this year, but a big letdown yet again. So we'll definitely talk about that. You know,
Yeah, I'm right there
Chuba.
with them too, man. I had a couple of and Anthony looked at my team. I was at a starting run back go down, a backup that went down before him, and then the backup to that backup go down. So I had like three guys go down. Had to pick up
Three
just a no
stages.
name Jordan Howard is who I'm running with. I'm
Mm,
like, at least I got 7
and
out
then
of
he
that
went
guy.
down too. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
he
and
went
now
down
he's
now.
down too. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like you know what I mean? Like I can't win for losing right now. Like it's rough out there, you
It's
know.
outrageous, yeah, and
And
that's why the
I
leagues are
feel
so wide
everybody's pain
open.
has had these late injuries, especially to all these running backs we were just talking about last show, where like basically all the top 10 running backs aren't even on there. But Neanderthal did point out a couple guys like JT, and I mentioned Zeke. I said those guys are still viable. They're still, they were top 10 picks. I said, but that's, I was there's fewer of those than we can say they are playing. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like you literally had to think about which ones are playing, which
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what it is, man. It's about managing your roster, getting yourself through here, staying on that waiver wire, knowing how much fab you need to spend, when not to use your waiver claims. Do you spend all your fab on an Elijah Mitchell that looks like he busted out and was dropped in the ton of leagues this year and then, picked up and, is now almost a borderline RB1.
right?
And then now out again. I mean, it's just this year's been just completely insane. So I wouldn't have it any other way at this point. I'll let you take over the comments here in a second. I'll just get through this one. Clinch Dim Boy says clinch 6 out of 8 spots out of 8 leagues, still have a chance in one other, and he's only been eliminated in one so far. So it's been a damn good year.
Oh yeah, that's a good
So
year.
the
Doing all
OG
right.
has been telling us a thing or two. 6 out of 8. I play in 5 leagues. One of them's my 5-year plan dynasty league. But in my other 4, including the 2 listener leagues, I'm in there. Actually, I'm in a winner go home in the our actual official listener league. I'm in
Yeah.
4th place right now, but it's not clinched. So there's like 4 or 5 of us all with a 7-6 record. So
Yeah. And I'm
we'll
trying to
definitely
squeeze
give
in
that
there
update.
at the last 6 spot there. Think I can
Yeah,
make it if there's a couple losses above me, my win,
how
sneak
it
right
all
in there,
lays out. Yeah, so
you
it's
know?
going to be interesting. So you and I are
'Cause
fighting
that's why
for.
they don't that's why they don't have the asterisks. I'm not mathematically eliminated yet, so let's figure
Yep,
this thing out, right? Hey, they
you're
even mentioned
telling
the
me there's
Lions
a
are not
chance.
mathematically eliminated, and they just barely got their first win, so I just say anything's possible. Anything's
Right,
possible.
right, and, shout out to, I forgot who it was in the sleeper community that posted that this morning, in the Get Right Sleeper channel. They posted the, picture of what it would take for the Lions to,
Oh,
make
yeah,
the
the bracket
playoffs
that
and
the
what
wins
all
and
needs to
losses that
win and
needed to
loss,
happen right
yeah, that
above
need
him.
to happen, yeah. So
That's
that was a
amazing.
good conversation that was going on in there today. Shout out to the sleeper channel. Hit that description, scroll down, hit that link, come join us in there, man. It's free. Download the app, the Sleeper app. Not only will you join the community, but it's a great resource for your fantasy football, and they don't even pay us to tell you that.
Should, should.
We should.
Seriously.
Them boys is telling season to go get it, man. This is where we separate the men from the boys, make those moves, and get that spot. Got him.
Yeah. No. One lead that I've started, Latavius and Bolden, RB is brutal this year. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, this is what he's starting. Latavius Murray and Brandon Bolden because everybody else is either hurt, taken, or gone. Whatever. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Like
It's crazy,
it's
man.
rough.
It's
It's
crazy.
rough, man. I just not the best of seasons for me. I got to tell you, like just in general, altogether, it's been a struggle.
It has, man. It has. Go ahead. You have full control now. My
Oh
hands are
no,
up.
no, go ahead.
No,
All
I
right,
wanna
get to this.
because I wanna pay attention to
You want to
this.
do this other
I'll
stuff
let
over
you
here? All
do it.
right,
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm trying to
So
get
we
my
got
hosting game
FFCs and
up
talking
here.
about
So
them boys. Practice that, doing everything I can do to get that dub. Yeah, so he's working on it.
Go
Definitely,
season.
it's at the again, we're trying. We're also trying. We're all in this together, right? We're all in there.
Get
And
right. We're
even
in it, man.
even as self-proclaimed professionals, not everybody wins. I mean, you look at Matthew Berry and all these other guys that are everywhere on TV or freaking ESPN or NFL, dude. They don't win all their leagues. Like they're just like the rest of us, dude. We're trying our best. Dude, it's a
Yep.
best game of guesstimates.
Not everybody can win.
Yeah,
So, and second,
exactly.
if you're not first, you're last. So that's all that matters. Uh,
I'll throw that in there.
exactly. All
A
right,
little bit of
man. You
salt
want to
in
do
my
the
wound.
Goat's interesting fact of the day, or you want to do that
Yeah,
one? Because I
yeah.
know
You
you
do
got
that one and I'll do
yours.
mine.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you got one in there. So shout out to McGoats, one of our Get Right ambassadors here, and shout out to all the other Get Right ambassadors, them boys, Wilson, all of you guys out there, man. Tycoon, everybody that helps us out here, really appreciate it. Um, McGoat's interesting fact of the day: running back Timmy Smith made his first career start in Super Bowl. Ooh, what is that? 22? Hit me with the Roman numerals. Haven't got on that in a while. So Super Bowl 22 ran for 204 yards, which is the most rushing yards in a Super Bowl ever. So first career start, 204 yards, which ends up being the most rushing yards ever in a Super Bowl. I don't think there's anything more fantasy football than that. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. That guy could have been a
the
waiver
perfect
wire
stat.
pickup.
Yeah,
Start him for the freaking championship. The
daily
guy goes off
fantasy
for
back in
204
Super
for
Bowl
you. Never
22.
and then he'll be like, who was he? He'll be like the one hit wonder kind of kid. Like, he don't even come back next year. He's like, drop, mic drop, I'm done. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
outta
I
here.
don't know. Like, because I've never heard of that guy. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure if he played again.
me either. Yeah, exactly. So shout out to my goats for finding this stuff out for us, man. Really appreciate it. Again, another reason why you want to come join that Get Right Sleeper community. Get fun stuff like this. So I know he's been inspiring you, Frank. So you came
Oh, yeah.
across a little stat that you want to share with us today too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I had to come up, Adrian Peterson is the first running back ever to score a rushing touchdown with 6 different teams. That's just crazy. We were thinking, Frank Gore, people brought up, other running backs, but I mean, AP, dude, putting it down. He just got his 6th over there in Seattle, and he got dropped in one of our leagues. I was like, "Oh, this guy just dropped him." I was thinking about picking him up, so I ain't gonna lie. It's
Yeah.
that desperate. It's that desperate of an hour that hey, this guy scored a touchdown. I might throw him in and get 1 touchdown. It's
That's
gonna be
how
better than freaking the guy I don't have, basically, that it's injured or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
again,
er
nothing more fantasy football than that.
yeah, exactly. But
It's
we
like the
got,
theme of the show now.
them
Go
boys
ahead.
backing me up on this. Field Yates was saying today that he's got a dynasty league he's been in for 8 years and still hasn't won. Say they tell him in that league that he's not really an expert, and that's the reality of it, dude. We all play, dude, and I don't care how many years you played. It took me a long time to win one of our leagues, and, like, forever. I was literally the commissioner forever, and I finally got our win, and that happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That happens, and I kept trying, kept second. I've won my other leagues a couple times, whatever, but just that one just kept being
getting
just
away,
just out of reach, you know what I mean?
getting
But
away.
you gotta keep doing it.
Yep.
Got Neanderthal coming in here. I think you crushed my hopes in Rock Stompers, and I'll be remembering that.
Sorry, Jay.
Uh,
It's alright though,
but
I needed it too, man. Hey, but it
yeah,
was brutal. I had like a 30-point lead. It was a 20 I think it was a 29-point lead that I had heading into Monday night going against Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. If Diggs would have caught either one of those touchdowns, literally
been
one of
over.
them hit him
Right.
right in the arm, I'm
Yeah,
done. And
been
he
over.
didn't. The fantasy gods, because I respect them so much, they respected me. Roster Reaper sometimes works the other way around.
And this guy was panicking, talking
I
about
was.
how did the special teams mess up? They got him at the goal line and
Gave him the first touchdown. I
yeah,
was like,
it's
"I'm done for," as soon as that happened,
oh my
and
god.
then just every time, like, when the one they went deep, they finally go deep, and he's literally looking like this in the air for it, hits him off, off his arm, man.
Yeah,
I almost had a panic attack, and then right at the end, thinking they're just gonna get a garbage touchdown for no reason. Guys are cold, they just wanna go home, and luckily, Josh Allen threw him or the wind took it, whatever it was, so, sorry about that, kinda. I mean, sorry, but not sorry. I'm trying to get that W too. I want that belt, my friend, so, uh, nice,
Yeah.
Nice battle though, man. It was definitely the game of the week. So 2 highest scorers going at it. Seems like that always happens, so
And I have a similar story, which has happened to me twice now with our friend Greg there. That's in Rock Stoppers. I think it was in the Hooray Beer. I think it's happened in both leagues with me against him or something. Because he has Mahomes, right? And I've gone into these games with a 50 or 60 plus point lead with him, and maybe he has Mahomes and one other guy or whatever the case was. I think last year he had Tyreek Hill. I don't think he had him this year or whatever, right? But he had Mahomes still. I still go in with that 50-point lead, and he goes in that Monday night game, goes off for 5 touchdowns and gets 55, and I lose. I'm like, I knew it. Like I already had, like I did, like the first year it happened, I went in there, I was like kind of smack talking. I was like, well, this game's over. It was good. We were gonna watch this anyways or whatever. Next, it's like touchdown, touchdown, touch, and then I started getting worried after the third. I was like, wait a minute, these guys are on fire. And he gets the fourth and fifth, and I lose. And I was like, and it happened again to me. Same guy, same freaking almost. He didn't have the same team, but the same Mahomes that did me dirty on a Monday night, 50+ point lead, and I lose to the guy. So I mean, I feel Jerry's pain. I know that it's one of those things where you have the highest score of the week if we weren't playing for the highest score of the week, right? You're the
right.
second highest score, and you're playing that one guy, the only guy that can beat you.
The only
You
guy that
happen to
could beat
be
you,
that's your guy, right?
and that
Anyways,
happened to be me.
moving on, moving
Yeah,
on. That's our
sorry. We
gripe
know
for
you
the
guys
day.
don't wanna hear about yeah, we know you
Yeah,
don't wanna hear
Dem
about my league.
Boys
That's all
is
good.
on it though. He's like, I picked up AP everywhere I could. I'm hoarding every running back I can right now, for real. Like, I'm gonna probably get off this call and and pick him guy up if he's still available. We'll have to drop somebody off. So yeah, you know what I mean. He's got an actual question here with Jonathan, the Archangel Eternal. Should I add between Gage and Mooney? I've added Gage, but Mooney's an interesting start as well. Who do you think?
Um, I, uh I sat Gage for Jennings last week just because I wasn't confident. Literally one of the tinkerings 5 minutes before game time,
Hmm.
dropped him and didn't work out for me. Ends up coming out, getting 11 catches on 13 targets. I believe he had a fumble though, 130 yards, I believe he had, with a fumble.
Yeah, it was. He had a fumble. He didn't have a touchdown. He had a fumble.
That's what it was, yeah. So, I mean, would have been nice. I thought that might have been the difference, between going against Neanderthal, but again, I ended up pulling it out. So personally, I kinda like Mooney. I have it on here, one of the things we're gonna talk about, which we could just talk about now,
Yeah, we'll
is,
be right on that. Now that we
Justin
brought it up,
Fields.
right?
Yeah, now that we brought it up, Justin Fields, is back. Looks like
Yep.
he's back and healthy, and they named him the starter immediately. So we obviously see Nagy's turning the page with Dalton. Dalton came in. They realize he's not that guy, as we all know, and so they're going with the future. Letting him get out there again. So I'm kind of in the process right now, trying to just kind of look up. Uh, I believe the last time we saw Fields and Mooney was kind of as Mooney kind of started breaking out a little bit
Yeah,
in that Pittsburgh game, I believe it was. That's when Fields
things were
threw
hyped
for
for him.
291. One of his best games of the season, and I think he scored that touchdown that week. So, I mean, I personally like Mooney. You guys all know how I feel about Matt Ryan. Uh, Not going to really rely on him at this point. I just don't want to go through that heartache that I went through. I was so loyal to him. He won me, one of my most recent championships a few years back when I had the Julio Matt Ryan stack a few years ago, and since then, just a bunch of disappointment. So, again, we see what he's capable of: 11 catches, 130 yards. He is the only target there besides him and Pitts. Most teams are rolling coverage to Pitts, so um, I personally like Mooney.
Yeah, and I'm gonna second that. Although, Russell Gage has had a 12-point game and a 14-point game recently, but he is facing a tough Carolina defense. Um, and we're trying to see what happens. I mean, I get where Anthony's going with it. You know what I mean? But it is a guess to see that if Mooney and Justin Fields are back on the field again together, that it's going to be fire right up. You know what I mean? But they did get 17, 21, and 15 points when he was playing, so I'd fire up Mooney. And they also have an easier matchup against Green Bay, which is not as good as Carolina, but it's pretty tough,
Yeah,
right?
no Jair Alexander division game should happen.
So Mooney, that's what we're
There it
rolling with.
is. Nice.
I think them boys is flipping coins now because of that. Just like figure it out. Sorry, I clicked it twice there. He was really, really consistent, and he's deciding on, if I had a force to pick one, I guess I'd go Mooney. Yeah, yeah, you're forced to pick one. You got to make decisions right here. So Mooney it is. So you got a three-way
Gun to your head,
consensus
then,
for the three
boys.
of
Gun
us.
to your head.
Yeah.
Unless you have that asterisk, it's gun to your head right now.
Yeah, right now, exactly. You got to make a decision,
Of all the times, win or go home. Here we are.
right?
So yeah, so that's good. So keep the questions coming. We appreciate it, guys. We'll help you out here the best we can. Let us know kind of who you're looking at, situations you have. And then of course, Mike and I will be here on Friday at 9:30 Pacific. Doing your start sit breakdowns and previews of the week. So just getting into some injury news and notes here. Like we said, we already kind of talked about Justin Fields. Just one thing I kind of want to mention real quick. Mike Williams, Los Angeles Chargers. As we know, Keenan Allen was put in the COVID protocol for testing positive. Comes out today that Mike Williams and Chris Harris were close contacts, so they've been placed in quarantine, mandatory 5-day quarantine. They're eligible to come back to practice Friday as long as they continue to test negative. I've kind of heard that Mike Williams is unvaccinated. So if he ends up testing positive, he's going to be out for more than 15 days, or at least I believe 15 days minimum.
Yeah,
So
2
just kind of keep
weeks.
an eye on that. That could be huge. Obviously, it's not good to see Keenan Allen get this right now. We already know, I believe, Keenan Allen has asthma, if I recall. Um,
Oh, that's not
so
good.
yeah, so just kind of keep an eye on that. Obviously, we wish him the best as far as health goes. Hopefully, he's asymptomatic. But if not, that could be, big fantasy impact to your team. Chargers have a fantastic schedule. So, of course, because of that, Palmer and Guyton, make sure you have those guys at the ready. Justin Herbert needs to throw to somebody. Jared Cook could get a potential uptick as well. But most
And
likely,
that's
you're
why I
probably
was
going
gonna
to.
fire up.
Yeah, there you go. And I was just going to say, most likely, probably big game ahead for Austin Eckler. Hopefully, his leg's okay. Um, he
Yeah.
did leave
And
that
I
game
wanted to
last week
add,
a little late.
really
Go
quick
ahead.
on that whole COVID and injury thing there. One of their cornerbacks, did also get COVID with, Keenan Allen,
Yeah, Chris Harris.
and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I forgot who it was. Yeah, I forgot the guy's name, but I knew there was a cornerback that, also tested positive along with them, so they must have been buddies hanging out. So hopefully the other guys are healthy. Hopefully they don't test, positive. But yeah, I mean, those are late minute waiver wire pickups because, like you mentioned, they got to throw to somebody, and those guys will be available if they're not already on your team and you're looking for somebody. Why not take a shot on one?
Yeah. I kind of like Guyton more so than Palmer, but if both Williams and Keenan are out, like I said, Herbert's going to have to throw to somebody. So, um, yeah. So just keep an eye on that whole thing. What else we
More
got
injuries.
here?
More injuries. Yeah.
Yeah, so just more things here. Someone who popped up today that was kind of important to me, David Montgomery. He missed practice today with a trio of injuries. It says he's dealing with a shoulder, a groin, and a glute. The crazy part is, of course, he's playing Sunday night, so your options are going to be limited. So if you do have David Montgomery, we want to stash Khalil Herbert, right, Frank?
Oh, for sure. And he fired him right up last time that he was down. Khalil Herbert put up the numbers right away. So, he's definitely a guy you want to have at the ready and plug and play.
Absolutely. So if you are a Demon owner, we've all talked about how we love um, the Chicago schedule for the rest of the year. They have a fantastic matchup. So Khalil Herbert definitely want to have that handcuff. So if he is available in your league, whether you're Demon
Let's
owner or
sign up.
not, he could be a guy to keep an eye on. So
Right?
there it is. Frank, you gonna I thought you said when you were done you were gonna do this. Because I'm the demon owner, I said that. You gonna just go take him right out from under me right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, we're gonna look it up. I just said, "Hey, let's just look it up, see if he's available."
I know
I'm
what you're
literally
doing.
gonna look it up. I'm gonna say, "Hey,
I'm
why
gonna
not
see
check
the
on it?"
alert go right now. Frank,
Oh,
drop
yeah, no, he
somebody,
is
pick up
available.
Khalil
That's
Herbert.
there you go. So I won't
There it
take it
is.
off from under you.
Alright,
I'll give
alright.
you like 2 seconds.
We'll see how long you can hold out on that.
Take it
So
like
yeah, so just,
Thanks,
we'll
gotta
have
figure out who I can
more.
drop from.
Yeah, so obviously this is Wednesday, so we'll just keep an eye on that throughout the week, and again, come, check it out on Friday with, Mike and I will be here for that. Um, Other news, Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara practice in full today. Looks like you Kamara owners out there will be getting him back this week. We'll see how that goes. At least you have a week to kind of play him, see how it goes before you have to make any. Oh, I heard the alert, so I assume
You get a
Herbert's gone.
notification.
I assume he's gone now.
Hey, what do you
So
want? I
Kamara's.
need guys. I don't care. Like, I'll take a flyer
I
on
love
anybody.
it. We're still playing fantasy football, man. That we may be doing a show, man, but we're still playing at the same time. We got belts and pride on the line here.
I
It's
mean,
about that
I
time.
went ahead and picked up Peyton Barber, who I dropped because, you know, aside from Josh Jacobs, there's nobody else now. Peyton Barber is the next guy up to fire up.
Yep. Kenyon Drake placed on the IR officially, I believe today. Or I believe he went on Monday.
Yeah,
So yeah,
and so
so he's
is
going to be out.
what's the I can't think of the other guy's name. You got to help me out. I'm terrible with the names. You always forget the other running back that's over there. I forgot the freaking guy's name, but he's over there and he's not playing either. He's injured as well, so that's why I just went ahead and just check and look at, okay, well, who else do they have over there? And it's Peyton Barber. I think he played one game and he had some decent touches, but another guy he could handcuff if Josh Jacobs goes out. They got literally nobody else. Oh, Jalen Richard, that's who it is. I just looked it up right
There you go.
now. Jalen Richard's
I
injured, so
wasn't sure. I don't follow the Raiders, so I don't know.
fine. I'm scraping the barrel here. I'm scraping the barrel as
Hey, it's win or go
many
home.
people are around here. Yeah,
Win or
exactly.
go
So
home.
if I had to pick up, Peyton Barber because, he might get some touches due to the fact that there's nobody else around. I mean, let's get that happening, right?
Right? Make it happen. I'm not in that kind of that's why I draft running backs early and often. But again, this year's been crazy. So
Yeah, I did. I
one other
did. I had like 6 at the beginning of the year. Are you
and they
kidding
all
me?
went
Remember?
down. Yeah, they all went down.
So we
Um,
got James Davila here. Thoughts on Russell
oh, here
Gage
we go.
rest of season, half PPR. Just picked him up. Him or Jarvis Landry rest of season. We're on this Russell Gage, uh,
It's he's because
situation here.
he's one of those hot commodities out there. Last thing I just want to say before we get into this question, finishing up on
Yeah,
the
sorry
Saints,
about that.
Mark Ingram tested positive. He's on the COVID list as well.
Oh,
He's
another
out this
positive
week,
guy.
so Kamara is going to come back full force. Tony Jones Jr. Keep an eye on him. He may get some touches if they don't want to, give a full workload to Kamara. So,
Yeah, Tony Jones
but
Jr. I
Tony
like.
Jones might be a little hurt, banged up as well too. So I have to double check that.
Hey, I just wanna throw this
But
out there real quick.
get
Them
okay.
boys, I had forgotten about Barber, just picked him up. Thanks, man. That's
Hey,
what's up, man. We're out
that's
here.
how we do it.
We're doing
That's
something.
what we
Hey,
do.
that's the last minute little I didn't wanna even put it out there. I was literally scraping the barrel right now,
Scraping the
like,
bottom.
looking for any running back that could do
That's right.
something.
I did just hear another alert, which is our which is
Or
the sleeper alert.
sleeper.
So that must have been him.
That's
First it was
awesome.
you and then him. So
That's
that's how we
awesome.
do it here
That's
at
how
Get
you do
Right,
it.
man. That's
You literally
amazing.
have to manage your team while we're managing your teams right now.
Roster management. That's what it is. So let's see, man. We have what was that
James Davila.
question again? Okay,
James
yeah.
Davila,
So
thoughts on Russell Gage rest of season, half PPR, and he also
yeah,
just picked up him and Jarvis Landry up rest of season. So we're looking at two guys that just came back, hot commodities. Um, I think I'm going to side with Anthony as far as what's going on as the quarterback. As
they're
far
both
as wide receivers are concerned,
choice
I
of
always
two
look at the
negatives,
quarterback
man.
and how many touches they're going to get and how many opportunities they'll have. And Natty Ice has not been what he has been in the past. And the good thing that Gage has going for him is that he's the target there, aside from the rookie tight end. But it finally got to the point where he's actually targeting Russell Gage. Um, since they lost Calvin Ridley, and Calvin Ridley's been out, and we thought he was going to come back by now. And thoughts out to him. He's doing the brave thing there, taking some time off for mental illness. I mean, I remember it was crazy when Junior Seau, you know, said, committed suicide, and I was like, man, that how did that happen to people like that? But it does, and we don't know about anybody's struggle within whatever that's going on. So more power to him. Hopefully, he gets better on that. But as far as fantasy is concerned, Russell Gage has been the only guy over there besides Kyle Pitts at tight end, and Natty Ice hasn't been throwing that well. So now you have Jarvis Landry just got back from injury, has a good connection with that quarterback over there. I would lean towards Jarvis Landry, but as far as the numbers and points that are going right now, Russell Gage is looking pretty solid as well. It's almost a coin toss. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think it's really the choice of two negatives, unfortunately, James. And I hate saying that because again, I missed a week, so I don't know if you were here with us last week. or if it's been a little while since you've been with us here. But if you haven't, please like and subscribe for us, man. We would appreciate that. If you're not, for anyone watching. But I'm again, if obviously gun to the head, we're choosing between these two guys. I would go Gage, the guy that you did pick up. I just think he has more opportunity in that offense versus Jarvis Landry with who he has thrown to him. I mean, at least Matt Ryan's, healthy somewhat. He may not be as effective. It just sucks though too because Atlanta doesn't even have really any dome games that you're going to see. Week 15 playing against Vegas. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, even
I'm just
Atlanta.
looking at
So
Baltimore, Vegas, Green
yes,
Bay, and Pittsburgh.
well, they're at San Francisco, Detroit Lions, and then at Buffalo. So we all saw what happened in Buffalo. They're going to get that dome game against the Lions week 16. And that could just, make it worth it right there. And then they get at Niners. It's not going to be snowing or anything.
Who
Could
are you
be
talking about?
rainy.
Russell Gage?
Yeah, for Russell
Oh,
Gage.
okay. That
So
was throwing me off. I was looking at Landry's stuff.
my bad. Yeah, and again, we talked about it. 13 targets, 11 catches, half PPR league. I'll take Gage. Just more throwing opportunity. Cleveland's going to run, and they're playing, bad weather, games. They're going to be, and again, keep the ball
Run
out of
heavy.
Baker's hand.
They're
Yeah.
gonna be going run heavy.
So
There you go. So
sorry.
consider the weather
Yeah.
and the
So
domes.
they're both kind of bad too. They get a
Yeah.
late Green Bay game. It's bad, man. I wish honestly if James, if KJ Osborne is out there, I'd rather pick him up. He was a hot
I picked up
commodity
KJ
after off
Osborne.
waivers. Yeah, I figured someone would pick him up. I really wanted him, but I didn't want to waste my number one waiver claim on him. He could have been a potential
Right,
league
right.
winner for me because I really needed a wide receiver depth. But if anything else crazy happens, like I said, I already had the asterisk, so I didn't want to waste that number one spot on KJ Osborne. I wanted to save it in case I really needed it, like if Debo or somebody like that goes down.
Well,
Um,
they did say his counterpart is Thielen's injured. He's not gonna play.
yeah, and he's out. He's on. I'm sure he'll go on IR, but he's done for the fantasy season with that high
Yeah.
ankle sprain.
So
So
so Osborne's looking really nice right now to me.
yeah, and we'll get into that. Again, I didn't even want to get too much into that because we're going to talk about that here in our Steelers Vikings preview. So,
Yeah. So
um,
hey, let's go
so
to
yeah,
these
where we at?
questions here on the board. Drew
Awesome.
Lauro, worth keeping. Logan Thomas. Also, should I replace him with Tyler Conklin and Cole Kmet? So Logan Thomas
Uh,
has already been
is
placed on
done.
IR. So unless this
Yeah,
is a dynasty league, then no, he's not worth keeping. You can just put him on IR spot if you just want to hold on to the guy for the heck of it or whatever. But that's not neither here nor there. He's done for the year. So who should he replace him with? Tyler Conklin or Cole Kmet?
Conklin.
Ooh, I wanted to hear you say that because you had Cole Kmet. I think we have a gentleman's bet on that.
No, we do Komet
Yes.
versus Everett. So I have
Yeah.
to see where we're at
We
with
have to
that.
see
'Cause
the total points
I
at the
think
end of
you
the year.
have me. Yeah, I think you have
Total
me on that
fantasy
one.
points. I
But
think I got you on that one.
I know. We'll see how he finishes though with Justin Fields. There's some potential there. But again, we're at win or go home. We're in
Yeah.
playoffs. I'm not, these are guys we've been waiting all year for something to happen. This isn't the time to kind of take a flyer unless you really need to. So um there it is. And James
Yeah.
here saying,
Well,
oh,
I
go
want to
ahead.
go to
I'm sorry.
Neanderthal. Don't skip the guys.
Well, I was
And
gonna say because
he's
that
gone.
goes with the
Sorry, bro.
question
So
that we were just doing.
he's replying to the Logan Thomas just being done.
Yeah, there you go.
Um, and we got James Davila. Only other option is MVS in Green Bay. So Marcus Van Scanlon in Green Bay
I almost kinda like the boom
over
opportunity with
Gage or
MVS.
Landry. I'd still stick with Russell Gage.
Yeah, I mean,
Targets, targets,
that's
targets,
tougher
man.
though. I definitely like MVS over Landry, so put it that way. I'd go Gage, MVS, Landry.
There you go. There you go. Da, 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 da.
It's like
And a half
Gage, small
PPR.
gap, MVS, big gap, Landry. Alright, so where are we at? We good there?
And I did pick up Jarvis Landry also, by the way. I wasn't messing around. I was grabbing whoever I could. I got
Frank's
people on
just grabbing
IR. I
people.
mean, like literally, like last minute IR spots
Hurting.
and situations going down. So I had to do what I had to do. You know what I mean?
He's hurting. That's funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's where we're at, man. It's that time of the
All
year.
that. It's all
Time of
that.
the year. All right. So I just kind of mentioned this guy, Debo. He didn't practice today, but he is expected to play. So those of us Debo owners out there, hopefully we can get him back into our lineup. We're also dealing with a bunch of injuries to that running back position. So it could be a weird week where maybe Debo has another one of those one catch, 7 or 8 carries for 80-yard kind of running back type games. He might go Cordell Patterson on him. with Elijah Mitchell dealing with a concussion and a knee. His MRI came back clean, which
So
is
this is your
nice.
team. Let's give
Yeah.
us who's starting. Jermichael
Well,
Hasty or Jeff Wilson.
well, that's where I'm kind of getting at right now.
All right.
You segued me right into it. So,
There you go. Dropping dimes with you.
yeah, that was nice. I appreciate that. See, we got nice little tag team going on. Like I said, Elijah Mitchell's MRI came back clean on the knee. To me, that was a little more worrisome than a concussion. I do think this is the second time he's been in the concussion protocol though this year. We know this is a very physical Niners running attack. So he's taking hits, man. Those people don't like when you're just running on them like that. So they're, gonna get their licks on him, man. And he's trying to deal it as well. Jeff Wilson's limited today, but he's not really expected to play. So all signs kind of point towards Hasty potentially getting the start this week. If that happens, like I said, I think it's really going to be a 1-2 punch between Debo and Hasty because Hasty's more that third down back, more so than your 1 and 2 down back.
Them boys is agreeing with you though. Debo is going to play, but not wide receiver. He's going to be their RB1 there in San Francisco.
He sees what I see. He sees what
Yeah,
I see.
yeah. He's going to be a slash player. You know, yeah,
he's gonna he's
definitely
gonna
should
go
be good.
Cordell.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna go Cordell on him for sure.
I mean,
Uh,
is it going to be like a Taysom Hill situation? I don't know, not like Taysom Hill, but I mean, I'm firing him up. You know what I mean? Because they named him the starter again
maybe
for this next coming week. Hopefully, he has doesn't throw 5 interceptions, 4 interceptions, whatever it was against Dallas. I don't think he's going to continue that trend. And he got over 100 yards rushing when he did. I mean, they were literally designed runs for him. It wasn't even like
yeah.
everybody they're going to hike him the ball. People are just going to block for him, and he's going to get 7 to 8 yards before somebody even touches him.
Yeah, he
So
still
I'm gonna
scored like 30 with how bad he actually played the
yeah
position.
with four
With
touch with 4
4 picks,
interceptions,
he
dude. I was
still
like,
scored
wow.
30
Still, yeah.
points.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was amazed at that. I just wanted to bring that up real quick because we're
yeah.
kind of talking
No, that
about
was
this.
good, that was good. We were, kinda talking about the Saints, but we had a couple questions came in, so we kinda, went over that real quick, so I'm glad we got back to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Some
yeah,
more
so
injuries.
no. Yeah.
Let's finish them off. So Eli
So here we
Mitchell
go.
done.
So let's talk about Cincinnati. They're dealing with some injuries there. We saw Burrow's pinky finger get dislocated. It was facing the other way.
Sideways.
They taped it up. He
Yeah.
finished the game. Wasn't too effective. It comes up that T Higgins ankle has a little ankle issue going on. Not sure if it's a low ankle sprain, mid, or high ankle. But they're kind of unsure of his status right now since it kind of just popped up. He finished out the game last week, but still dealing with that. Burrow didn't practice today, most likely just kind of rest and just kind of pain tolerance, just let that finger heal a little bit. We've all had broken and dislocated fingers, happens. And so just a guy to kind of keep your eye on is Tyler Boyd, right? Whenever Higgins were to miss time, Boyd is stepped up pretty
Is the
well, right?
next man up. Yeah. He reaps the rewards from when Higgins is out, definitely. So definitely, next man up, put him in your lineup, set it and forget it if Higgins is
Hmm.
out, right? If Higgins
Yeah.
starts, then you're just, you know who the man is.
Definitely. So again, that's might be someone you're looking for if you have, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, you're looking for a replacement this week. You missed out on KJ Osborne
It should
on
be good for
waivers.
Jamar Chase too, though, if Higgins is out.
Yeah, absolutely. Chase is, I think all Chase owners out there are just expecting a huge game coming pretty soon. It seems like he's just ready to,
Well, he's
kind of
ready to
bust out.
bust.
He's been
Yes,
very
yes.
pedestrian, very, as soon as they were talking about him being like the number one, receiver, he went
Yeah.
dormant. We knew it, had a little regression to the
You
mean.
know why? Because the NFL straightens that whole thing out. They're like, "This guy's not gonna be
They're
balling out.
like,
This
"Oh,
is a
yeah, we need to
rookie.
roll some
We gotta
coverage
figure
for
this
this
out.
guy now."
Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
They got some tape on him now, so
yeah,
they roll a little
exactly. They
coverage,
waited.
but
All
that's
it
why
took was 2,
Higgins
3 weeks. Those straightens
yeah,
everything out.
but that's why Higgins has also been eaten as well, and, you're seeing Boyd get some stuff there as well too, and at least Burrow is, willing and able to, get to a 2nd, 3rd, progressions, and of course, they've been able to run the ball with Mixon. He's been banged up a little bit as well too. I took a shot on Samaje Perine, in one of our leagues that I'm just hurting at running back in as well, just in case Mixon, doesn't, play this week, against the Niners. He might be a, sneaky little start as well,
Right,
just to get some touches. I mean, it's better than starting nobody. I got JT on a bye. Uh,
right. That's what I'm saying. On a
yeah,
buy, on your,
got
I mean,
JT.
at least you got the asterisk. But I mean, You
No,
said
that's the one I
like
don't have the
you didn't
asterisk
have
in, I
him.
don't think.
Now you're
Yeah.
JT's bench. Oh,
Oh,
really?
no,
See,
I
that's the
do have
problem.
it.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
no, I
saying.
do have it on that one. Yeah, actually, I do. So,
See,
anyway,
again, I'm still there's other
it's
owners
crazy,
that are
though.
in your situation that probably don't have the asterisk and have JT and are going like, "Man,
That sucks. Yeah, should
I
have
just got
traded him
jacked." You know what I mean? Like, the dude's not even injured. He's just on a bye. You know what I
on a
mean? Like,
bye,
it's
yeah.
just a bye. It's
Yeah.
worst case scenario. I don't think they
The
ever
best part
I
about
don't know
that,
what
though,
they
is at least you're guaranteed to, for the most part, unless he gets hurt in practice, knock on wood, roster reaper. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you just threw it
At
out there
least
to
I
the
know, I was
ether.
like, we all know how that works. Oh god. And at least you're gonna get him for week 15
Yeah,
guaranteed. So he's
yeah,
not
for
gonna
sure.
get hurt in week 14 unless something crazy happens at home, trips over a toy down the stairs or something crazy like that. Anyway,
See, you put
shouldn't
things
have
out there.
said that.
Stop talking like
Shouldn't have
that.
said I know just need to move on here. Melvin
Yeah, moving
Gordon.
on.
Let's
Other
talk about
injuries.
Melvin
There are
Gordon.
already
Let's
people
Russ the
that are
Reaper
already
rep
injured.
Melvin
What
Gordon.
is going on with Melvin Gordon?
He's back,
I was
man.
surprised
He's
that he was
back.
not even playing, but Williams did really well. I mean, get thumbs up to that
Absolutely.
guy. We all knew that he was going to be
RB1.
there. He was just a plug and play guy, also. That when Melvin Gordon go down, and everybody was waiting for it. I don't
We
know how
knew
many
it.
people were starting or flexing with Williams, but it finally paid off.
I did.
Did you start him?
Yeah, that's what won me
Yeah,
the week against Jerry. RB1.
just
RB1
waited. How long
overall,
did you wait to
week
start that
13.
guy?
All year, 13
Yeah,
weeks.
basically,
It
right?
paid off. Paid
Waited for
off.
one game.
I
One
started
game.
him one other time during a bye week, and he actually scored a touchdown, so it, like, worked out. I got, like, 12 points.
Yeah.
But this was nice, 26 points, needed every single point of it, to try to take down my boy, Neanderthal there. So, again,
Well, there
sorry,
you
I
go.
keep
See?
mentioning that. He's probably turned us off by now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no,
he's like, "I don't wanna hear this anymore." Uh
we lost him at the earlier part. He was like, "What?"
Exactly. So Melvin Gordon, man, dealing with that hip, comes back to practice today. Obviously, he's seen what Javonte Williams did. He's trying to, you know, fight for his job now
He's trying
too.
to
So
eat.
we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. Hopefully, they just tell Gordon to just settle down a little bit. Let's see a little 60-40, 65-35 split. Javonte Gordon this time, and give Gordon those high volume touches, those green zone touches, and
Who was the other
that'd
guy
be
that was
nice for
hot with
those
Melvin
guys
Gordon
heading in
was,
there.
he's not even in the league anymore, but I was just thinking he never even got a shot. Nobody even gives him a call anymore.
Oh, like Royce Freeman and all those guys that used to
No,
be
what's his
there.
name? That was he with the Rams? Where was Melvin Gordon was not, did he come from the Rams?
No, he came from the Chargers.
Yeah, who was with the Rams before?
The Rams?
Yeah.
Oh, Todd Gurley?
Gurley, yeah, where's he at now?
No, he's not there. I think I won $1 off of Dustin for that gentleman's bet
Yeah. I
in
mean,
regards to that.
why doesn't I mean, Seattle's picking up AP. Why not Gurley?
Gurley's done. His knees. His knees are too rickety.
That's
He's
it?
done. Yeah, he's done.
Don't even gives him a look now?
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Uh, that's too bad.
Uh,
Who's a good running back?
it was a
DeAndre
good run.
Swift.
He,
Let's
he had a
moving
good
on.
run.
DeAndre Swift's
He had a
shoulder,
good run. Yeah.
uh, did not play long shot. Williams is again, another Williams is taking their place. I'm hoping
Jamal,
DeAndre Swift comes back, but,
not looking good for this
not
week,
looking good. Yeah,
but
exactly.
hopefully,
Not looking good
that's
this week.
fine. Just have him ready to go. Now, this is the one that's hurting me because this is the league that I have Swift in that I needed. Remember, I traded Tyreek Hill for Swift and
Yeah, I have
Mooney.
them in my other 2 leagues. Don't
So,
let
and
those
I
other
need a
leagues.
win this week. So that's the
Yeah,
one we're all battling for in the listener league. So,
yeah.
I'd rather have him sit and hopefully I could just sneak in somehow to that sixth spot if I lose. And I'm going up against my goats, man, in the listener league, and he's on a 5-game winning streak. His team is fire right now. He's projected to score like 25 more points than me. I don't even have a quarterback this week because I've been rolling with Carson Wentz. It's brutal, man. I'm held together by duct tape and paper clips. I'm Baker Mayfield in it in the listener league, but I'm trying to get there, man. I'm gutting it out.
The boys also came through with Gurley. Yeah. That's sad to see that guy go. Anyways,
Yeah,
that's
man.
I gotta go back a little bit on
No, that was good. That was good. All right,
that.
so we got next little thing here. We have Daryl Henderson, man. Crazy what happened. Was considered active last minute. People threw him in the lineups, and then as we got closer, we're kind of like, wait a minute,
Did not play.
is he really gonna be there? Is he just kind of in a backup role? Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, I picked up Sony Michelle,
Yeah, I
gambled
seen
on
that.
him, paid him, and got me the W. Ended up scoring the highest points in that league this week because of him, or one of the reasons why. And yeah, so
These have
he's
been
playing
paying
on
off for
Monday.
you, man.
Yeah, no, I've been making these moves this week, man. This was, What do they say luck is preparation meets hard work. That's what luck is. When
Yeah.
your preparation meets hard work. So we're prepared here at Get Right, man. That's why we roll our sleeves up. That's why it says that right there. This is why. But yeah, man, Sony Michelle, have them ready. Monday night game. If you kind of rolling with Henderson to kind of see how it goes. Or you have, Sony Michelle there, that you can go either way. If you're a Henderson owner, hopefully you have Michelle.
I read a
Um,
report that said Sonny Michel is probably gonna split carries with them anyways.
right. So even if he
So,
comes
he's not
back,
gonna be a bad flex play or something like that. If you could get a running back in there, uh, it's definitely gonna be in there. I think he's gonna get touches. I forget the coach said that he's just not they're not gonna have as much faith in Henderson or to finish it off like that. They wanna, I guess at this point, they've seen enough Sony that they like what they saw, and why not try to split it with like most teams do,
so it's
you
gonna
know?
turn into that Javante Melvin Gordon type split. So be
Yeah,
careful with that. So again, just kind of keep
exactly.
your eye. Oh, there it is. Preparation meets
Pressure meets
opportunity. Thanks,
opportunity.
Dim Boy. See, that's why we have you here, man.
Yeah.
We couldn't do the show without you. We just couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. Um, so yeah, so there it is. So keep your eye on these guys. Obviously, we're completely missing Cam Akers, man. I think
Yeah.
he would have just completely destroyed it this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Can you imagine the Rams if they did have a running game and a dynamic, pass catching back out of this backfield? It would have been dynamic. So, just us as football fans overall, kind of missed out on this opportunity. So, for those of you in Dynasty, go target Cam Akers, man. He's coming back to an RB1 backfield as long as he comes back healthy. So, I'd take a shot at him.
Yeah. And he's young. He's young. He
Yeah,
should come back. No problem.
exactly. Hopefully, he could bounce back, man, from these types of injuries. Modern science is getting good, man. Another person I have here on the
Darren Waller.
list, Darren Waller, DNP today, but he is considered day to day. If he doesn't play, of course, Foster Moreau, you can plug and play. Even with Carr not having a very good week last week, I don't think. Again, I don't really follow the Raiders too much. I like literally don't. Like I have no idea where these guys are. Uh, like
He's like,
they're not
"It's a
even
first
worth
grader, I don't even care."
watch. Yeah, I don't even like looking up stats on them.
I'm
But I
gonna look it
know.
up real quick just 'cause
Okay, there you go.
okay.
As I set it up here. But I know Moreau, last time, he filled in for Waller was good. I believe he did again this last week. He had a pretty decent turnout, I believe, in um, PPR. But if he didn't, I still think he's a good play, as far as one of those streaming tight end guys. Like I said, with Goddard on a bye this week, I wouldn't mind, um, coming on and starting Moreau. I would give him a start I'd give
So,
him a
uh,
shot.
so
Stream
so
him
I
one
I
week.
I wanna give you the stat line for last week's,
Was it not
Derek
good?
Carr completed 28 of 38 passes for 249 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions against the Washington
Eh,
football team.
there you go. And Renfro was the one that was eating there because I played him in daily, right?
Yeah.
So again, I like Renfro, man. He's good. But that's about all I'm gonna hear. That's all the good I'm
Neanderthal
gonna say about the Raiders.
chiming in here.
Oh, I forgot, man.
I
I
hear
feel
your
bad.
nonsense.
Like I feel bad because I really like Jerry, man, but just our teams don't get along. But I think it's a mutual. I mean, I think he hates my
Mutual
Niners
love-hate
just as
situation.
much, if not more. So it's no love lost. We can agree to disagree. We're just each on the other side of the bay, man. But it's all right. We can come together, get rights for a community. We can all get along.
Yeah. We're gonna,
um,
throw up Adrian, uh,
what's up, Adrian?
Bedius Be
No, don't say it. Don't,
Peterson.
don't,
Peterson?
don't say it. Don't
No?
say it. You're gonna get him. He's
Alright,
gonna get you. No, I'm
alright.
just kidding. I love it. What's up,
So
Adrian?
he's I got Keenan, AB, Mike Williams, and CMC all in the same league.
Ooh, all gone. None of
Oh,
those. What do
see
they
ya.
all have in
Goodbye.
common? Guys who are not playing in week 14.
Yeah, gone. They're gone for the rest of the season.
Mike Williams, maybe.
Keenan yeah, Keenan
Yeah.
take it to come back or whatever, COVID and all that stuff.
AB's done. I've been calling the
AB
AB
and
thing for
CMC are done
weeks.
though.
If you guys remember, I was calling this weeks ago just based on the heel, let alone all this other, you know, which is BS. I don't think like if you're already ruled out for 2 weeks, like your suspension should start once you come back healthy.
Yeah, not when you're injured.
Not when you're already injured and not gonna play anyway. I
He's,
mean, yeah,
"That's
you're not
rough,
getting
Adrian.
paid, but still.
Hope you don't need a win this week."
Yeah, but man, if you
Adrian's
had all those
chiming
guys,
right
I
back
doubt it.
though.
Oh, he
"It's
has
okay, I got Renfro,
Renfro.
Metcalf, and Higgins, and Zeke, and Cordell."
Oh,
Yeah, you're
see?
doing
You're
alright, man.
making
So,
moves, man. Hey, those
yeah,
are all I mean, besides Metcalf,
hopefully you
who you
traded away
drafted,
whatever
and
you had to do to
Higgins,
get to those guys. Yeah.
yeah, that Cordell and Renfro pickups, probably held you in. and that
Maybe
Cornell
it's a
pickup was
10-team
the
league,
one.
though. Maybe that's the other situation.
No, this is I would say at least 12. Adrian, let us know. That looks like a
Yeah.
12 team.
We're gonna guess.
Um, yeah, no, I just like guessing that stuff just to see. So yeah, so that's that.
It's like guessing
Uh,
poker hands. Let's see what you got,
exactly
bro.
right. Yeah, what do you got? You know I love doing that. Put people on
Exactly.
tilt crazy when you call out their hand, then they get
Yeah.
all like worked out a
You got
bit out
that
of
jack
shape.
deuce, huh?
Yeah.
Playing
Yeah.
that again, huh?
Jack, 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 nothing, huh? Um,
Yeah.
Tony Pollard, man. Let's talk about your Dallas Cowboys, man. Tony
Whoop, whoop.
Pollard, uh, DNP, first missed
Yeah.
practice of the year. Of
Yeah.
course, everything
Wow.
is coming out. Oh, Zeke should sit, this and that. Um, oh, you were right. 10 man. He said it's a 10 man. Good call.
I told you. It's
You're
too
good.
deep.
You're on it. I
Them boys is agreeing with
you
me.
got
I
me.
say 10. Yeah, I told you.
There it is.
You
There it
couldn't get
is.
those number of guys like that. I was like, "Nah, that's too good," or it's not. He's not playing competitive league.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
and speaking of Pollard and Zeke and things like that,
Yeah, you
going
take it
over there
away.
with the Cowboys, um, he did not practice, but it's not a serious injury. Zeke does have a knee injury, but now have already decided that he's not going to have and not going to need surgery even in the off season. Like it's not that bad that he could just basically heal up during the off season. So they're going to continue to roll out Zeke. I know that people have been clamoring for Pollard, but I think we talked about it. It's like you don't pay that guy that kind of money to do that, and Zeke is a better blocker. Zeke is a better overall player in general, of just what he does. I know that it looks good to have Pollard out there and the burst and the speed that he has, so everybody likes seeing that. But at the end of the day, it's the pound and ground mileage that you get out of Zeke that gets the team to where it needs to be on an every down back like he is. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's really nice to have that kind of backup. And he's obviously a plug and play backup, but he's not going to replace Zeke anytime soon. And I'm glad we have him, and we should keep him. So I hope they continue to keep him because Dallas does crazy stuff sometimes.
Zeke's not going anywhere, man. 15 million
No,
a
I'm not
year.
with Zeke. I'm
Yeah.
saying Pollard. I don't hope
Yeah.
they don't like let Pollard
Oh,
go
let him
somehow
go.
by
Yeah.
accident. You know what I mean? Like Zeke, I know is not going anywhere. He's
Yeah.
locked in.
No,
I mean, till his
Pollard seems
contract's
like the
done.
heir apparent. Yeah, he seems like the heir apparent. But again, they're a nice 1-2 punch. From what I see, I pretty much agree, with everything you say. I'm not gonna go back and repeat all that.
Yeah.
You handled that very well.
So we
So
got a
let's
question here from Evan
take it away.
Harrison.
Yeah, let's talk
Pick
about
up
it.
Herbert and drop Gage. I do have Monty, Eckler, Mitchell, Jacobs, CEH, Hubbard, but only Adams, Chase, and Moore, Cooks, and Gage at wide receiver 10-man PPR. Two running back. He's finishing off the whole question. Two RB, three wide receivers, and a flex.
Yeah, since
We're
it's
going
3 wide
deep.
receiver and a flex and PPR, I think you have to keep Gage. There's a little light at the end of the tunnel. Again, 11 catches, 13 targets, that kind of production. He's basically the wide receiver 1 there if you don't count Pitts, he's a tight end,
Was he
basically
starting
splits
Eckler
out wide.
and CEH then?
No, he's starting Eckler and Monty, as long as Monty's healthy, and then you're
Monty's
putting,
healthy. Well, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm saying. If it
yeah,
doesn't work out that the Monty's not healthy, then he's starting Eckler and CH. But you're saying if Monty is healthy, you're starting Monty and Eckler, right? And then you
yeah,
got Mitchell, Jacobs, and
and in
CH as the backup,
PPR,
and even Hubbard.
yeah.
So you're doing all right there.
Yeah, and you're putting in PPR, you're putting a wide receiver in your flex, not a running back like you would do a non-PPR. So Adams, Chase, DJ Moore, you can kind of throw in there. Maybe you put Mitchell just based on his volume as well.
You'd put a wide
Over
receiver
more.
instead of a running back?
Oh, absolutely in PPR.
I wouldn't.
Absolutely.
I'd keep
Oh,
running three
absolutely.
running backs all day. Running
I
back
mean,
get the most touches. It's that simple. They get the most touches.
it's not that simple, but that's okay.
It is. It is. It's
I
based
know.
on touches.
I know you don't like
PPR is
PPR
based
though.
on getting how many touches you get per game.
No, it's receptions.
It's the same
It has to
thing.
be. Mitchell doesn't get any. I'm not going to argue with you about it. It's all right. We can take that off.
Monsieur,
I'll learn
start
you something.
four. Zeke, Higgins, Devontae Freeman, Van Jefferson, Javante Williams, half PPR.
That was just funny. We used to just always come on here and argue all the time. I don't know why I don't want to argue. It's
That's
usually
fine.
what we do best. Uh,
Because they don't want to hear us argue.
yeah, I'm like they
It's
don't
not
want to
good.
hear it, but
It's
you
not
and
good
I,
for the show,
it'll
but
be
good
a
for
fun
us.
conversation. Yeah, we'll put a pin in it. All good though, in a good way.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
start four. So go ahead. Who you got?
It's the whole reason that this show even got started because all we
Yeah,
were doing
no,
was talking about
just
fantasy
talking
football
about
about
it
half
the
of
whole
our day.
time. Yeah,
All our conversations was fantasy football. Now
step
we
out
hardly
on
even
break.
talk because we save it for the show. Honestly, that's why we
Yeah,
don't have other outside conversations because we'd spend an hour talking to each other on the phone, and there goes a whole hour of conversation that we could have had on the show.
Mhm.
Just because we're talking about players and what's going on in our league and who we're picking up and who we think are the next guys and all that kind of conversations that probably half of you guys have with some of your friends if you're in your league mates or whatever.
Or
Anyway,
us
so yeah,
in the
we're
sleeper
looking at
channel.
4. Zeke, Higgins, Devontae Freeman, Van Jefferson, Javonte Williams, half PPR. I'd still go with Zeke, Higgins if he plays, right? We were just talking about him and his injury. Um, and
I like Van Jefferson,
I have Van Jefferson
and
also
as of right now, I still like Javonte. Um,
over Freeman, Devontae Foreman,
yeah,
Freeman.
yeah. So I'd go Zeke, Higgins, Jefferson, Javonte. Um, for sure, if Melvin Gordon is considered limited, or you know
He's out.
only going to have
That's
or
why I was
going
looking at
into
Freeman
the
more.
1B role. If
Yeah.
Javonte's getting that 1A role and he's getting, those goal line touches, and, it's nice, especially in half PPR, he is more the catching back, but they're literally name off the jersey. They're the same exact guy as far as runs and catches. They're kind of just interchangeable.
So what
Um,
you're looking at is just to see if Higgins is going to play, right? Because then that'll
right.
answer your question right there, anyways.
Yeah.
And or is Melvin Gordon playing full bore? Then you get rid of Williams and start Freeman.
Yep.
So depending on your injuries, I think it's going to dictate itself to you, and you'll
Yep.
be all right.
Yep. Come back with us on Friday when we have the full injury reports.
Full injury report,
Same
yeah.
time, just on Friday. Thanks, Monier.
Man, and wide
Welcome
receiver
back.
Evan. I'd keep Gage. You look better at running back than wide receiver Evan. Yeah, so he's answering Evan's
We agree. Yeah.
question on that. Oh, here we go back to Pollard here. Pollard's gonna leave. He will want to go to a team where he is the number one option. Career span is short and would be kind of guy like Zeke with the talent of Pollard. It happens though. Look at the teams like Nick Chubb and and Kareem Hunt.
It's a little different situation.
I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
possible. And
It could
what
happen.
I'm trying to get is that there's many guys that could have been the number 1 somewhere else, but they ended up staying the number 2 for a lot of their years or more of their career because of just the situation, and I get it, and would you not wanna be a starter somewhere else? Why not? Who doesn't wanna be like the man? But sometimes they can't be the man. Sometimes they are that role. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're a better number 2 or break-in guy than they are ever number 1. Prime example is one of my favorite guys that I like to plug and play in when he used to get hurt for Cincinnati. Right?
Mhm.
What's his name went down, and I put Giovanni
Geo.
Bernard. Giovanni Bernard is an excellent RB2 and a occasional starter if you need him for 2, games. 3 games, next you know, he flops. He's done. You can't carry 4 games with that guy, and then Giovanni Bernard just disappears, and you see why he's a number 2. So I'm not sure that's the case with Pollard. I'm just, kinda just giving examples out there, throwing things out there
Right.
as to why and I wanna keep him on at Dallas, so at the end of the day, I don't want him to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So Mooner, Zeke, Higgins, Javante, and Van.
He agrees with
Uh,
me.
so he's
And
agreeing
well,
with
I think
you.
we both said yeah.
Yep, yep, yep. I'm a full continuing to starting Zeke. I just haven't been able to bench my number 1 pick, and that
One of
happens.
the
And that's
hardest
what you.
thing to do in fantasy football,
Yeah,
man, is benching your number 1 pick for a waiver wire guy.
yeah,
Sometimes you gotta do it though. Like I would've last week, I would've been I would've benched, Zeke for Javonte last week easily.
yeah. And I continue to do the same thing. I have uh, Zeke and Dak as my stack, and they're going to continue to be starters because then that week that you don't put them in, they go off, and then you're like, well, why didn't I have my number 1 pick in there? And you live and die by your own sword, obviously. You know what I mean? Like if
Know
we
when to
can
hold
predict
them
the
and when to
future,
fold them.
and
Yeah.
and if we can predict the future, we'd all be fantasy football champions. Actually, we wouldn't be doing it anymore. We already been lottery champions and been out of here, right? So keep starting your starters. Is all I got to say about that. Keep
Start your
starting your starters.
stud.
It's just the way it is, man. You got to live and die with them.
There it is.
And Pollard can't leave until 2023, and Dallas can get out of Zeke's contract fairly easily. Then, yeah,
Per
because
dim
then
boys.
it's less money, and them boys knows obviously as you can see. So it's going to be a credible source right there. And yeah, I didn't even know when he could leave or not. And that's the same as we all know why Kareem Hunt is there. No, it's not
Yeah.
the same. But I was just
That's what I
again
said,
just
yeah.
throwing out stuff. I was just throwing
Yeah.
out stuff. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah. We caught on
examples.
that right away though. I'm there
Yeah.
with you, Adrian. I
Yeah,
called him on it. I'm
he
sure
caught
he
on it,
saw
but I recovered quickly with the Giovanni Bernard. I'm just saying.
it. He gave you
I
another
Yeah,
another
give you
example.
another shot at somebody else that I had to think about it for a second. Give me a Geo so that you know. I like Geo. Geo's my guy for a while, dude. I'm telling you.
There it is.
So we got Bambi here. Hey guys,
Bamboo.
thanks for helping me out. Help me
Bamboo.
through my fantasy league. Currently number 2 in my 10-man league, locked up the bye. should I be worried with my team going into the playoffs? And here's the team. So, oh, it's Bamboo. I'm sorry, not Bambi. It's those O's that threw me off when I highlighted it.
It's all good.
Sorry about that. Quarterback, Dak. Running backs, 1, 2, and 3, JT, Zeke, and Monty.
I like that.
Wide receivers, 1 and 2 is Keenan Allen and Deontay. Nice.
Like that.
And then tight ends are Mark Andrews, kicker Gay, defense, whatever that week.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Sounds like
he's
my team.
he's floating the kickers. You're doing all
Streaming
right, man. Obviously,
streaming those
barring injury, what are you
defenses.
gonna do? You know what I mean? You're set up. You got Monty as your the guy this week that you got to worry about whether or not he plays, and then you just plug and play Zeke or whatever's going on there. I don't know what kind of depth you have behind this, but I mean,
Yeah, if this is your
Keenan,
playoff kinda starting team, I like it.
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, no, that's what I was just kinda ad-libbing on what you were saying.
Yeah. This is where you want to be at when you start the playoffs for sure.
Yeah. I just wanna
Um,
little subtle flex for, Get Right. Just going back to the whole, thanks for helping me get through my fantasy league. He's currently number 2 in his 10-man
yeah,
league. So, Bamboo's, been with us here for, I think, came around week 4 or 5, when he joined us.
yeah, he's been with that
Been doing a lot of questions, and so glad to know, it's been helping. So we
yeah,
appreciate it, man.
for
Appreciate
sure.
that little,
We
review,
like
subtle
interacting
flex.
with the people out here. I mean, honestly, it makes it for easier for us. It makes a better show. Gives us something to talk about and actually answer questions. We're not big time guys yet. Hopefully, we get there someday and we could
Love to
decipher
do this
more
full
through
time.
questions and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, but hey, it's good just to do it. It's the community. Like Anthony mentions all the time that we are a community here. That you guys are our supporters and our fans and our just whatever. Our friends. And, we're getting to know everybody really a lot. Anthony
Yeah,
talks to these guys all the time, a lot more than I do. I wish I did have more time to do so, but I mean, we're here for you guys. You know,
absolutely.
it's definitely what we do. What we do. And it's our passion. That's why we're here.
Exactly.
We got them
Yep.
boys. Zilk will be fine. He still gets the most of the off the goal line runs, which he plenty of scoring equity, and that's true. I mean, because he vultured Pollard in one of the last games. I think me and Anthony talked about it. That he got down to the goal line, and here comes Zeke and gets the touchdown, the 1 yard touchdown or two, whatever it was. But you get it. You get the
Mhm.
idea. He didn't
It's
even
just
have to. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say the biggest thing you're not gonna see from Zeke anymore is just those 100-yard, 100, 100,
100 plus yard
yard games
games. Yeah.
anymore. Those are gone.
Yeah.
You're gonna see him more like 15 carries, 60 to 80 yards and probably 2 touchdowns, and they're gonna let Pollard, get that other run. And Pollard's gonna score when he breaks big ones. So that's why he's gonna be your more boomer bust guy. And
Yeah.
again, I got a lot of backfields, that are kinda like that.
Evan's agreeing with me.
Yep.
You
But
have to
no
play
one
your
there.
studs, man.
It's easy. It's
Don't get
better to
fancy,
pull
but
them it's
it's a
better to pull them a week
unfortunate.
early than a week late, though. So
Yeah.
don't forget that.
Yeah. Know when to
Might
hold
not
them, know when
might
to fold them.
exactly. Um,
Let's say,
oh,
so what's your greatest
that's a
trade
cool
for the
question.
season? I'd easily pitch it right over to Anthony because I know he trades a lot more than I do. What is your best trade?
Um, I don't really know this year because I actually kind of drafted okay. I would say one of the ones that was, good for me was yours and my trade where, I traded Sutton and Bateman for Barkley. I think that was probably my best trade. Like we both kind of
Yeah,
lost
I
on
got
that
rid of
trade.
both
Like,
of those guys.
yeah, and I haven't really started Barkley, like, and he hasn't like
I
done
dropped Sutton,
anything.
I don't remember how long ago, and I traded at
Yeah,
a
and
bad
you
time
finally
because
just did
Jerry Judy was
Bateman.
coming back,
Yeah,
and then still Jerry Judy got hurt, but Sutton never came out to be anything, and Bateman just burned me this last game with a big fat 0. I'm done with that guy. That guy's on my I'm not messing with that guy anymore, at least.
yeah,
He got
and
on that list real quick. It only took him a couple games. Didn't even do a full season.
right. And I think maybe probably my best trade, but again, it didn't really like pan out as much as I thought was is when I traded Waddle and Robert Woods for AJ Brown when AJ Brown was hurt. He came back,
Okay,
had,
that's a good
a
one.
couple good games for me, but then now he's on IR and he's gonna miss the first, week of the playoffs. So, had I known that and had I known, Waddle would be playing out of his mind, even with losing Bobby Trees, I mean, I would probably trade Waddle straight up for AJ Brown, right now, the way he's been playing lately. So, more so in a PPR, not so much in a standard, but you know, it's it's tough. So I'd probably say that's probably my best trade. And shout out to Smitty. He and I worked that out earlier in the year. And again, but the trades I kind of did were kind of washes this year. It didn't really give me too much an advantage or, put me at a disadvantage either. I didn't
Right?
trade away something that, could have cost me, big time. So, like I said, just with Friday night mocks, doing those mocks every week from April until the start of the season, I mean, my draft game was just on point, again, little flex there. But I haven't needed to trade like I usually do. And you know that.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's chomping at the bit to trade.
Yeah.
You kidding
Now
me?
I'm
He
just
still
kind of sitting
even
back.
in the
Yeah.
beginning
I
of the
was just
year, he
like,
threw it
eh.
out. Nobody wanted any of his, I was, just talking to Greg
All the
about that.
guys
Your
I picked. Yeah.
49ers, that you still have the 49ers still
I was
locked
like,
in, and
I'll run with them then.
it
Like,
is what it is. It's like it's working out for you anyways, you know what I mean? At the end of
yeah.
the day, you maybe didn't need to trade anyways.
Yeah. I
Them
had
boys did throw
Debo,
out his
Eli,
trade, though.
and Kittle.
He's
Yeah. I
got
love it.
Adrian, Gabe, Kittle, Collins, and rest for Fournette, Goddard, and Lamar. That's freaking awesome. He's kicking, killing people over there. Very good trades.
There it
I
is.
would do that, Lamar Jackson for Amanda. What do you get? You get Lamar Jackson for Amanda Santos for Dak and Tyreek Hill.
That's nice.
Yeah, Sanders for Dak and Tyreek.
I like that trade.
Yeah, I think you went up
Lamar
because you
hasn't been
got the
playing that
Tyreek.
great. Dak's
Yeah,
had a couple weird games here and there, and then
yeah,
Tyreek just had that one little dud last week. And I just traded Tyreek Hill for, like I told you, Swift and Mooney, as I was mentioning earlier.
yeah.
Shout out to Calbeck. Shout out to Ethan, one of our OGs, our fourth OG, our fourth
Right.
horseman.
And bamboo. Thanks, them boys, and thanks, guys. But oof, when it comes to my death, I did have a Thielen, but
Yeah,
plus, most of my
yeah, he
players
was done.
are my backup running backs, such as Herbert and Hines.
Oh,
Yeah, if
there you
they're your
go.
backups, they're your backups, bro. I mean, as long as you have some backups, as long as your starting lineup is solid, obviously barring injury. But most of the time, if you're in the playoffs and injury happens, you're going to probably lose that game and you're out anyways, because you're
Right.
starting your starter and they were out during the game, most likely. That's at least
Yeah.
that's in my experience and what happens to some of these guys is the game time injuries, which you didn't have a freaking choice in. You know what I mean? And that cost you the winner loss, right? So moving
Yeah.
on that, you know what I mean?
It's those in-game injuries, yeah, or
Yeah,
those early injuries that get you. At least if you
'cause you
go
got
down,
3
score a
games to go,
touchdown
man.
for me.
3
Yeah,
games to go, and you're good to
3 in a
go.
row, 3
Also
in a
gave
row.
DK for Eckler straight up. Nice.
Ooh, that's a
What
good
a
one.
come up. That's a come up.
Now that's a good trade
Yeah.
because it's fair on both sides probably when it happened, and
It had at the time that it happened for
definitely
sure.
worked out on your side,
Sold
especially in
high on
PPR.
DK. That's what he did. I'm currently benching Dak
Ooh,
for TB12. Really?
I don't know about that. I know they are playing in the rain. Um, God, and again, I was so high on Dak, man. Remember we were talking about him being
Yeah.
potentially QB1 this year. Didn't turn out that way. Brady's been playing well. Ooh, that's tough, man. That's a tough choice, but again, good problem to have. So those are 2 guys that you don't mind, having to choose from.
So the
Choice
Bills
of 2
at that's
positives.
the Bills at Buccaneers.
Yeah,
Bills and
they're playing
Buccaneers
against
from
the
Dallas
Bills.
to the football team.
Yeah, and they're playing in Tampa Bay, which is nice there, but I think they're gonna be dealing with some rain,
Some rain, some
down there
ugly
in Florida.
swing.
So, we'll see. We'll see how it works.
Yeah.
But again, Brady throws the ball to Fournette 50 times a game, so it's not like he's throwing the ball far down the field or anything. So not all the time. As I don't know, I might go TB there. We'll see. I have to see where I have
But
him
does
ranked
this year
by Friday.
extremely affect Zeke's draft stock next year? He's a mid-second rounder.
Absolutely, I think Zeke falls for sure, and you're gonna see
He
Pollard
falls, but
probably go in the
I
5th.
think he's still gonna be in the 10th, the top 10. Like
Ooh,
first rounder. He's a first rounder still.
I think there's so many guys that,
Really?
are gonna be up there. JT is gonna be in that top
Yeah.
5.
Henry,
You're gonna have Henry still up there. McCaffrey's gonna be on that back 5,
Eckler,
on the back 10, towards that 5 to 10 range.
Mixon,
Yeah,
Monty.
Eckler's gonna be up there. I can't wait to do, our first Friday night mocks, man.
I have to
First
redo a
Friday
whole
after.
thing, dude. Now that we
Yeah,
talked about it, I gotta
after it.
redo
So,
a whole
yeah,
bunch
we're
of
gonna
things.
we're gonna do it.
I have to sit down
Uh
for 2 hours before I even get
If the
started.
Broncos move on, I mean, if the Broncos move on from Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams is easily gonna be a top 10 running
Another
back.
guy, yeah.
Especially if they get like Rodgers or somebody like that. I mean, he's gonna be high up there. I mean, there's crazy things, man. I can't wait, dude. Start
Aaron
breaking
Jones
down
is
next
still up
year, man.
there.
Yeah. It's kind of come down. I think AJ Dillon will see him kind of come up. I think they're gonna be more like, a Chubb
He just finished
Hunt
signing
type
that
role.
whole deal and everything, and the
Yeah,
extension
but
that he
it
got
doesn't
and all
matter,
that.
man. They pay him
Didn't
and
matter,
then
fuck it.
yeah, they'll move
The
on.
other guy in there anyways, right?
Yeah. And AJ Dillon's that guy, man. He's thighs, man. He's
So he
the
did have his
sauce.
peoples in here. I wanted to throw that out there real quick. Did he
Yeah.
take him over guys like JT, Eckler, McCaffrey, Jones, Fournette,
Who's him?
Kamara? we're talking Zeke because he's the one that had the question about Zeke falling, and this is the follow up part of that.
Okay.
It saying is he a mid second rounder, and these are the guys he's mentioning, which we just kind of went over anyways.
Right.
Jacobs and Barkley. Um, I'd definitely take him over above Jacobs and Barkley in that whole group, and that's basically where it's at. Literally, that's since you listed all those guys up, I would definitely go still above Jacobs and Barkley. I'm not
Yeah, I
comfortable
think
with those
I
guys.
mean, yeah, JT, Eckler, McCaffrey, Aaron Jones. I don't know about Fournette. Yeah, I'd probably take
Lenny, come
Fournette
on,
maybe over
touchdown Lenny.
Zeke, especially in a PPR. Kamara probably still gonna
I
go
mean,
ahead of
he's
them
full
because
on
they'll
taking
get
the
their
role
running
over there
back.
because you don't even hear
Like,
nothing about Rojo anymore at
what if
all.
like Jimmy G goes to New Orleans or something? You know what I mean? Like Kamara will be good there. He'll still be viable. He'll be top 10. You got Najee, of course,
Michael,
he's
you
gonna
think
get in
Michael
there.
Thomas stays there,
I
or he
think
leaves?
I think you take I mean, if Gibson plays like he has been, I'm taking Gibson over Zeke next year too, I think. Just right off the cups. Again, depending on how Zeke finishes. Um, Monty, Chubb. Yeah, man, I think Zeke falls behind almost all
Is
those
them
guys.
boys answer for that? He's like, I'd take him over Harris, Gibson, Jacobs, and Barkley still. I still
I
take him
don't know
over
about
Najee Harris.
maybe I'll take him
I
over all
wouldn't
those
take him
guys,
over
maybe
Najee.
except for Najee. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't take him over Najee. That's
So
definitely that's the line that I had. Gibson, Jacobs, Barkley. That's Gibson area is where he's at.
yeah. Good question. You completely
First
derailed the
rounder,
show
but
for
late.
us, Evan. Love it.
Maybe. Yeah, no, this is what we like.
Love
It's
it.
good
Yeah,
conversation. Maybe 11
love
or
it.
12. That's where I was falling at. I was like,
Get
they
me
maybe he's at
thinking.
11 or 12 at the tail end of that. I didn't even count how many guys you had in there, Evan. But that's what I was thinking. Uh,
Yeah, that's tough. The big
yeah.
thing is do you take one of the top 5 wide receivers over Zeke? And I think the answer is yes. So I think that's definitely what makes him fall in there because I'm taking Devontae Adams over him. You're probably gonna even take, Jamar Chase over him, in a
Tyreek
PPR.
Hill.
Yeah,
Tyreek
you're gonna
Hill.
take maybe Tyreek, depending on how he finishes out the year. But I don't think you can't not take him. He's not gonna fall that
How about
far.
what's his name that I took this year that I don't think I think he's definitely out
Who?
next year. I'm trying to think of his freaking name because I can't. I mean, you know how bad I am with names. Kelsey at the
Oh,
tight end
yeah.
position.
Yeah, he may fall to 2nd round.
He
Um
should have been a second round striker here.
But we'll see. He's still such a even on a I mean, even when he has bad weeks, he's still top 5. I mean, it's just
I'm not sold on him. I'm
outrageous,
done.
but yeah,
Never doing that again. What
in a
does that mean?
non-PPR, it's worse.
Voy
Uh,
FYI? I'm not sure what that means.
something of the year maybe for your information. Voy?
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
And
Elaborate to us
there's
there.
Tyreek. Yeah, let us know what you're talking about. Really
Yeah.
depends on the roster makeup, league size, but I'd say pick 10 to 15. Them boys is saying. He's going on down. I was thinking Damien for sure. I was thinking Damien for sure. Reason totally forgot about Najee. So he's coming back to that. What we were talking about on those.
Oh, that Harris, Damian
Yeah, that
Harris.
Harris. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, I think I take Zeke over Damian Harris.
Damien Harris. Yeah, I'd take Zeke over Damien Harris for sure. Not Najee Harris
Yeah, only because I think Ramondre Stevenson's gonna have a bigger role
next
moving
year for
forward
sure.
and next
Second
year
year
for
running
sure.
back.
Yeah,
He's already there right now, and
yeah,
he's with New England, so I don't like to mess with those running backs anyways.
yeah.
As a RB1, he's definitely an
Now that he
RB2
knows the
or
offense and stuff, yeah,
yeah,
it'll
he's
be a
like an
split.
RB3 even like at that point. I don't think we could keep J. Rob as an RB1 with Travis Etienne or however you spell it. I knew what you meant. I
Yeah,
didn't even
we
read
we
what you
just
said
go yeah,
wrote.
we just go
I knew the name.
ETN. Yeah, we
Yeah,
just use the letters ETN.
yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, and we got ATN coming back. Shout out to my dynasty league. I got him coming back. He's the only asset I haven't sold off again this year. Um, I doubt he'll be on my team next year. I'll probably sell
No,
him soon.
it's not a bad Evan. That's a good conversation.
Yeah, no, we
Good,
appreciated that,
good
man.
talk.
I love
Good
those.
talk.
I love that sidetrack, so to speak. So
And he's not an
a little
RB1 this
tangent.
year. No, J.
No,
Rob's not
not
an
at all.
RB1 this year. So
There it is.
these guys are done. So want to go into the Thursday night preview?
Yeah, I mean, the last one I just kind of had is just honorable
Oh,
mention
sorry.
Julio Jones. No, it's all good. Julio Jones returning to practice. Obviously, he'll become the number one target over there. We'll see if he truly is healthy, makes it through a game. At least we'll see it in week 14. But again,
Insignificant. Don't worry
are
about
we
him.
starting him in week 15, 16,
Hell
17?
no.
I'm personally not.
Insignificant.
Where it comes up, would you start Gage over Julio Jones?
Yes.
Ooh, really?
Easily. I wouldn't even have
Ooh,
to. It's that
I know
easy to
you
pick.
answered that quick. Yeah,
Yeah,
you answered
it's
that
easily. I
super
don't even
quick.
have to think about it twice.
Jarvis Landry over Julio?
Yes, still.
Wow. It's like that now.
Yeah.
Man, poor
He's
Julio.
he's fallen. He's
Them
fallen a
boys,
lot.
what do you think? Gage?
Yeah.
Where
Everybody give
Landry?
us a shout out. Gage or
Where's
Landry
Julio at,
or
man? Where
Julio
you
at? Where's
guys at
Julio
on
at?
those guys? Because that's
I'm
crazy.
not high on
I
Julio
can't believe I'm
at all.
even putting that on tape. That's outrageous, but
Yeah.
we'll see, man. We'll see. So I definitely want to see how he does, man. Because when he is healthy, man, he's that guy.
Oh,
So
I
we'll
agree.
see. Yeah, we'll see if he's healthy. Hopefully, that our stint did him well. So yeah, so want to get into this Thursday night preview, start sit, and then
Yeah.
we could call it a night.
Yeah, we're already an hour 15 in it. We're
Yeah,
trying to
not
keep
bad,
to
not
the hour
bad.
time slot. Hour and a half or so is not gonna be so bad. So,
Yeah, no, we're doing pretty good.
yeah.
You want to do the
Go
quick
ahead. Fire it off.
underdog shout out? I was gonna say, you want to do
Oh,
a
yeah.
quick little underdog
Oh,
shout out?
yeah, we should. I mean, we haven't even mentioned it this whole show.
Yeah, go
Let's
right
get the
ahead.
logo up. Where's our little guy at? Here, bam. Oh, there you go.
Oh, you
Oh,
just
sorry.
took it off. Yeah,
I was looking.
underdogfantasy.com.
If you haven't tried them out, definitely go try them out, man. These guys are doing, what is it? Best ball
Best
for your
ball.
best ball for your playoffs, man. I'm gonna get in a couple. I'm doing all right with some of their best ball leagues. I'm gonna have to get back in there and check it out and see where we're at because I mean our leagues are ending, right? How long do they last? They go all the way through week 18. I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because you're not even
Hmm.
managing those things, right?
Yeah, and they
So
have their
you know,
playoff. They have their playoff contest that's starting up, so you can draft your playoff teams.
yeah,
Heading into as well too. So they're opening up that
I'm
whole
gonna be checking
platform.
that out, man. I'll at
Oh
least
yeah,
break even. I think Anthony's making some money over here. I think
a
Anthony's being
little bit.
quiet a little bit, like a
I don't
little
want to
bit of money.
jinx it. No roster
So
reaper over here.
if you're in
Long
the
season.
if you're in a state that allows you to do some online gambling, it's really fun. They got a lot of different sports. It's not just fantasy football. They got some pick'ems, some favorites, some matchups, different types of bets. I mean, I was telling these guys I should. I mean, I actually forgot, but I should have just went on there and did a lot of these over under on the passing that they would have had in that New England game, right?
Yeah,
And I guarantee you, we would have just made all kinds of money just because we were just said, okay, this guy's rushing and these guys aren't passing, and just because of the weather, we would have been killing it. But you could do that here and there. On occasion, there's some games that you're able to just slide in there. So definitely give them a try. Use our promo code Get Right, and think they match you up to $100 right now. Still, I think that's still going on. You deposit a hundred
100%.
dollars,
Yeah,
you get
100%
$100 for
match up to
free.
$100. Yeah,
So, if you don't like free $100, then don't go play. But if you like free $100, get in there if you're a gambler and, give us a shot and it helps us out. We appreciate the love. Or if you just want to donate it to us straight directly, we'll take that too.
there it is. Use their spot to promote us too.
Throw it out
There
there
it
one
is.
time. Get that out in the ether.
Underdogfantasy.com. Pro, promo code get right. All right,
Right?
there it is. Um, so yeah, so we got a couple people that were answering our Julio stuff. If you want to hit those real quick, and then we'll get into
Yeah,
this
yeah.
preview.
Julio over those two simply because
AJ
AJ,
Brown's out.
AJ Brown's is out. So
Arthur Juan.
Arthur Juan Brown, yeah. Gage or Cooks. Just curious if it ever happened. Cooks? Which Cooks are we talking here?
Probably Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks?
Man, I'd I'd probably go Gage. I don't trust Davis Mills really too much.
Yeah.
That's just me.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah,
And that dude got a neck. Did you see that neck? That picture he's got? He's like a
yeah,
giraffe.
yeah,
Get out there.
yeah. He
I
said,
still like Cooks,
I
but
seen that.
I can see the
I
case
seen
being
that.
made for Gage. You see
I
the
seen
meme?
that meme
That dude's
where
out there.
they said, "I don't know how this game's gonna play out, but I just have a feeling if it's neck and neck, Davis Mills is gonna win."
That's what I'm talking about. That cracks me up even right now. I know that picture, dude. That dude's
That was funny.
necular. He's a necular for sure. Just throw that out there.
That was good stuff. All right, we digress. Oh,
Yeah.
it's getting
We're
late.
just out here having a
Uh,
good time. Yeah, exactly. It's getting
it's
late.
getting late.
Now you
We're
know what
we're
we're
out
just
here.
talking about on a regular basis here.
Oh man. All
Thursday night
right.
preview.
So
Who we got playing
Thursday
Thursday night? We
night.
got the Steelers at the Vikings.
Yeah, man. Steelers are 6-5-1 heading into this game against the 5-7 Vikings. They're on a little bit of a slide here. Don't know who you're gonna get. Kirk Cousin or Kirk Cousins. Don't know. But we have the Vikings, interestingly favored by 3.5. 43.5 point over under. Some injuries to talk about in this game. Looks like Dalvin Cook with his shoulder. He was limited in practice today, but he's still not expected to play here on a short week. Probably resting him up, get him back healthy. See
Keep
if they can
Madison in your lineups.
make a run. So yeah, absolutely, fire up Alexander Madison. Looks like Chase Claypool was taken off the injury report. He has no designated injury. He's been dealing with that case of turf toe. So it looks like he's ready to go. And we've talked about it already.
Thielen
Adam
is
Thielen
out.
placed on IR, or no, not on IR yet,
Yet, but
but he is out with that high ankle. So he's basically done for your fantasy season. So
and KJ
KJ
Osborne
Osborne
being is
looks
the
like he's
pickup.
the
That's the
guy.
guy that I got. I'm happy
Yeah.
with him. I'm happy that I was able to pick him up. And let's roll. Let's go.
Just real quick, he said that's some funny shit talking about Davis Mills. That
Oh,
just makes me laugh still. Uh,
right. I'm
just
glad you guys
silly.
get our jokes as well.
I
Like, 'cause
seen
it's
that.
funny stuff,
Yeah,
man. I don't know about you guys. It's funny stuff.
we're just degenerates, man. That's all it is. We're just fantasy football and football degenerates, man. We see all this crazy stuff. So we we just blew up this preview. So start sit, who we start and who we sit in this game. To me, you have your automatic starts. Don't even think twice about it. On that pedestal, I have Najee Harris, Deontay Johnson, Justin Jefferson, and Alexander Madison. Kind of my tier one in this game. You're set it and forget it, guys. You agree or disagree with any of those guys?
Oh no, those are your from here on till the end of the season. You just
There it
plug and
is.
play those guys.
Absolutely. Loving Deontay Johnson. Probably one of the best value picks that I got. I was able to get him in a couple places. So really like that pick. Other guys I have as starts here, just kind of on that next level. KJ Osborne, we have there. I also have, of course, Patty P, Pat Fairmouth, I have on that kind of next level that you can start.
Forever move.
Yep, right now. I also have Kirk Cousins here as well as Conklin. So that's kind of my next level of starts. Those are the guys that, you're
Those are
pretty
your
much
second
starting
tier.
unless you
Second
have,
tier.
better options, over them.
And
But
he
if you're
did mention
dealing,
just 2 tight ends right there. I'm
yep,
proud of you,
both
man.
tight
Proud of you.
ends. Yeah, no, I did. Hey, see, I've been coming around on the tight ends this year, man. The Get Right community kind of woke me as far as the value of tight ends. So, believe it or not, I have Kelsey and Kittle on one team. So let you guys know that would not happen a few years back.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
that wasn't happening last year. And then guys, so yeah, so
Who's the
that's
sit?
kind
Who
of
you
who I have
sitting?
as my sits or as my starts. Guys
Yes,
that I
your
have as
starts. Who
sits
you
in this
sitting?
game. I'm sitting Big Ben. I'm sitting the other Pittsburgh wide receivers. Um, and I'm sitting DD Westbrook, the other wide receiver over there that might, see some third down roll there. But I think Conklin picks up, the leftover from that Osborne won't get from the
With
hole that
Thielen.
Thielen
With
left.
Thielen
So
being out and all that stuff. Yeah,
more so
yeah.
that red zone target. So I think Conklin has a high chance of scoring a
Oh, yeah.
nice big body down in there. So that's
So
where I'm at.
somebody was
So you're
asking
pretty
earlier
much
about
on
that.
board with those guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's a ditto on that side. Uh, KJ Osborne and Conklin were like the hot waiver wires of the ads of the week. I didn't need a tight end, so I definitely went with KJ Osborne as far as a wide receiver. Throw him in a flex now that I'm just trying to anything with all. Again, I'm and win, get in a win or die type situation, right? Get in and win, that kind of thing. So that's why I was even drafting picking up Herbert, whoever I could,
Yeah.
getting Barber. Let's get somebody who's got a heartbeat and touching the
Someone
ball
in
here.
there.
Get somebody into the team here
Just
because
plug and play
I'm
at
hurting.
this point.
Too many
Yeah,
injuries too late, man. And I'm
for
sure
sure.
a lot of people are dying just because of these freaking bye weeks at the end of here. You got 4 teams on a bye, and you're in a win or die situation,
Yeah,
and
not
you're
even 2, 4.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
The only
terrible.
thing more than this
This
was
whole
our
thing got messed up, and
16
I'm
by
telling you, you
NATO.
need to send letters to the NFL. What's wrong with you people? Like, move that thing back one more week and let it be done. Like, for
Week
real.
week 13 should be the
Yeah, yeah,
last
exactly.
bye.
That should have been done a week
We
ago.
all need
So
to see our players play
let's
one
still
time
rant and
heading
rave
into the
and all that.
playoffs.
Because
Yeah.
the more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. So I'm literally gonna send an email or letter to the NFL somehow. Gonna have to
Oh,
figure this out. I'm
get
a
off
letter
my
writer.
lawn
Yes, I
email.
am.
I love it. I love it.
Jared,
You
speak
send
up.
pin that thing out, Frank. Get the feather out and the ink and dip that thing in there and just
Oh,
calligraphy
like,
that
right?
thing
Like,
out.
literally just write it out. Like, literally write it out. They not even type it up,
Calligraphy.
right? Like,
Yeah,
this
and then
guy
use
took
one
his
of
time
those,
to
like,
just even write this
wax,
thing out. It wasn't
yeah,
even
and
an
put, like,
email.
yeah, use the wax and do
Oh,
the
I got
whole
the wax
stamp
thing. I
thing.
got that.
Yeah, I know
I've
you
never
do.
got a chance to use it though,
See, now you
but I got
do.
it.
Now you have a reason. See? Always for a
Throw a
reason.
seal on that.
There's al there's always a reason.
Alright, anyways, keep
So
talking.
just a quick note, Pittsburgh gives up the 23rd most points against fantasy running backs. Minnesota gives up the 19th most points against fantasy running backs. Pittsburgh gives up the 23rd most points against fantasy wide receivers too.
So
While
Pittsburgh's defense sucks.
Yep, and Minnesota gives up the 30th most points against wide receivers. I say that to say this.
Start
We
their
have
wide
a
receivers.
question from Dim Boy saying Deontay or Chase. He's going to have to make that decision this week. So
Deontay
again,
Johnson.
30th most points against wide receivers. We see in the game that Deontay just came off of. We know that's Big Ben's favorite target. They're down Juju. He has so much trust in Deontay. He just throws it up there to him. Ben don't care. It's his last year. He's retiring after this year. Again,
Well, he's
personally,
retiring
I'm
not
going
necessarily out of football, but definitely out of Pittsburgh.
for out of Pittsburgh. Yeah, however they want to say it.
And I think Dwayne
Um,
Haskins is still the next guy up.
yeah.
You heard it here
So
first, and I've been saying it since earlier in this year. I was hoping he would have got hurt,
yeah,
but
he's finishing out the year, and I'm sure they'll try
or
to do
probably
something in free agency, and we'll see what happens. There are going to be a lot
yeah,
of
he
quarterbacks on the
needs to get
move
some new
next year.
hotel maids or whatever,
Yes. Even Dustin, man. You guys hate the
Out of
Steelers. I love it.
that hotel circuit, you know what I mean?
I love it. I love it. So Dim boys, I'm going Deontay there if you need some floor. If Higgins is out, maybe you go Chase. But again, to me, Deontay said it and forget it.
Yeah, Deontay's definitely the starter
He's
now.
getting 12, 13 targets a game. He usually catches most of them. He could have a dead game here or there. But in a PPR, I'm definitely going Deontay. And I don't really think it's even that close to me, honestly. But we all know what the boom potential is of Chase. That's the thing.
Is Green Bay the number one
But
defense
they're
this
playing
week
the
if I
Niners
went
this
ahead and
week,
grabbed
man.
them?
So
So yeah, a lot of people have Green Bay as the number one defense. Who did I pick up this week? And I
yeah,
tried
I
to
don't
get
even
Green
look
Bay
at that.
honestly, but I even put it as a waiver wire pick. But I actually went with the Los Angeles Chargers against the New York Giants.
Yeah. I
Giants
got
are
my
terrible.
Niners D.
I mean, the Giants are going downward, backwards. They're don't even have is Danny Dimes even back in yet again.
No, looks like it's actually gonna be they don't even have Glenn. They're on Glenn and they're on their third string quarterback,
Third
which
string
is
quarterback.
Mike
So having a
From
third string quarterback, knowing they're probably going to try to run the ball,
Barkley.
and they're going to with Barkley, and he's going to get choked up. A lot of their wide receivers are injured and out. Also, I know the Kenny Galladay's not there. Sterling Shepard, is he playing at all still yet? Tony is out. Tony's injured also. Kadarius Tony. So I mean, that whole team's basically decimated. Other than the running back, that they're going to have to stop one guy. So I went with the Chargers. So it might be a sneakier pickup than the Green Bay. Just throwing it out there like that.
There you go. And sorry, Evan, I don't really do defenses, man. I don't like, I mean, I obviously start him in my leagues and stuff, but by no means do I put a lot of work in it, man. I just feel streamers. I do a lot of good streaming DFS guys, so it's not like I don't know what I'm looking for, but I can't really put it into words, man. I just look for the best matchup. Like when it comes to DFS, I look for the cheapest option that has the best matchup because to me,
And
defenses are kind of
definitely
scoring
don't
you all
spend
those
some
points.
fab, or definitely don't waste your waiver wire. Like in
Yeah,
Anthony's case, he has the number one waiver wire pick. He's definitely not wasting it on picking up a defense. He's going to
defenses. Yeah.
wait till everybody does their moves when he's available, and he's going to look at who's
I'll
left
just
and
get who's there. I'll just roll with
just
who I have
go
another
with who
week.
you got.
But I have enough firepower in the top end of my lineup to where I make it to where my defense doesn't have to make or break me. As long as I can get, based on our scoring settings for our defense special teams, if I can get anywhere between 8 and 12 points, that's fine for me. I'm even fine with 4 or 5 points. If I can get at least literally 4 or 5 points with the defense and I can just stream that guy that week or not even waste a move and just roll with the defense I have, because we have some limits in some of the leagues we play with how many moves you can make. I'll just roll with them. For example, this week I'm clinched. I have the Niners D, and I have them because they face Atlanta in week 15. They get the Titans in week 16, and they get Houston in week 17. And we'll go into that.
Easy peasy schedule.
We'll go into that. A little more
No,
next
that's
week.
where we're going on. That is good roster management. Literally, that's the head step of roster management. That he goes deep. Anthony does go look early and as to who their matchups are later, especially later because that's when it matters most. Are they inside or outside? Are they in a dome? Or are they, weather games? Where do they live? You know what I mean? Like are they those tundra teams where they're playing in the snow and cold, or are they fair weather teams where they have nice sunny days still, or at least clear weather days? You know what I mean? I wouldn't say
Exactly.
sunny. So I know he doesn't play this week, but any news on Miles Sanders? You got any news on him?
Uh, no, Jerry, when they're on a bye week, they don't have to report any news. So we're all kind of just waiting until they come back. We'll get the
Get an injury report before they
yeah, the
actually.
update. But he did kind of re-injure that ankle against the Jets. He did have a pretty good game. Um, you
Going
know,
before that, yeah.
yeah, 24 carries, 120 yards, 3 catches for 22 yards. Interestingly enough, still think Gainwell outproduced him by like a point or two.
Yeah,
Uh,
just because the
interesting.
touchdown.
Yeah, because of that touchdown that he got. But we'll have to find out. So definitely keep an
So
eye
if he
on it.
plays, play him.
Boston
If he's
Scott.
and you'll know next week when we hear the injury report, right? Because at this point, we
Exactly.
don't know anything at all.
Yeah, and
Um,
he has a great playoff schedule. They get Washington week 15, Giants week 16, and Washington again week 17.
so there you go. Super easy teams to be running against. So you have Miles Sanders, and you're able to plug and play him when it's time to go at the end of the year. Do so.
Yep.
One more question for Evan Harrison. One last question: Can I get y'all's biggest regret of the year?
Any regrets you got, Frank?
Shoot, maybe not making more trades this year. Honestly, I'm not a big trade happy person, and holding on to Kelly Galladay way too long. I don't know why I did,
Oh, there you go.
and I just had to hold on. He knows. Anthony knows I was just holding on to this
I
guy
was
for
trying
no
to tell
apparent
you
reason.
too.
I know he told me hella times, but by that time it was already even too late.
Yeah.
It was already
Well, it's
even too
funny because
late.
like
Like I should have just let
Ayuk,
him go
you
so long
dropped
ago.
immediately. Like Ayuk, you were
But
just
he's a
like,
49er.
nah. But I know, but that's what I was trying to get you to be like
And I was
just
right
put
about it.
Galladay in a
He didn't
Niners.
come back till like how
He
much later?
outproduced Galladay. I'm
I'm
just
just
saying, like
well,
you
come on,
literally would have been better off
I got a
keeping
you
him.
back, so it
So
doesn't even matter. I'm just saying,
yeah,
like, it
I
was
know.
easy
I'm
to
just
drop him and
saying,
get
but
him
it's
back.
just
But I
I'm
definitely
just
my
saying.
biggest regret is holding on to a guy too long in general. That happens. We all kind of fall in love with a guy. We're waiting for him to come back, and I'll throw it on to Anthony like that. He did it with CMC last year, and whoever held
Yeah.
CMC this year, we were even telling people like trade for him, get CMC. CMC did come back. He had a good game. The second game and then goes down again, and now he's out again for the year. And you ended up playing. What did he give us 4 games this year? Did he to play total?
Something like
Is
that,
that what?
4 or 5, barely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that happens. I mean, we're not, again, we're all in this and we're not predicting
And I
injuries
was trying to
injuries and
trade
things like
for him.
that.
Yeah, don't get me
Yeah, and
wrong.
we were
I was
still
trying
trying
to
to trade
trade
for
for
him.
him.
But, I know the
Thanks, Bobby,
CMC
for
owner's
not
probably
thanks,
like, "F
Bobby,
this
for
guy."
not trading him to me.
Yeah. I'm not a guy that goes after CMC, and especially I won't even next year because, you know, this guy's breakable. Yeah, I call them breakables, the guys that are all injury prone, you know what I mean?
Right.
Um, Always injury prone, so because of that, you don't know how many games you're gonna really get out of the guy, and you really wanna spend a high draft pick and a guy who maybe give you half the games of the season? Heck no, I don't
Yeah.
wanna you know what I mean? Who would know that?
Yeah.
Who would wanna do it knowing that ahead of time, right?
Yeah. Evan saying, his would be, not picking, JT with his 10th pick. Instead, he took Eckler and Adams in the
Snake.
snake.
That's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with
I mean,
that.
I don't think yeah, Eckler's not really that bad, but obviously, JT's, had some definitely big weeks, but Eckler's had a couple I think the same
He had a
week,
pretty good week
JT went for
himself.
5 touchdowns, Eckler went for 4.
Yeah.
So it's not like
It's
you
not
missed
like you
out
were
on
like
6 points, yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
you coulda
dude.
had 6 more points, you're,
I know
Evan,
what
I
you're
like
saying,
you.
you'd like to
But
have
yeah,
JT, but I mean,
crystal
you didn't
ball,
do bad with
yeah,
Eckler and Adams, dude.
yeah.
That's
I
right. I mean, you're not doing nothing wrong there.
yeah,
I'd
you
be
did the
happy
right
with both
thing.
Eckler and Adams, not even phased about
Yeah.
JT, not having JT.
I missed
But
on JT. I had a chance to pick him instead of Aaron Jones, which obviously would have been better. Obviously, I could have picked him instead of Saquon Barkley. In ours, I did actually get a share of him though in the listener league. That is the one place I did get him because I'm like I can't pass him up. Like he dropped some value when Carson Wentz kind of got hurt, and then right at the end it was like, wait, Carson Wentz is hurt, so maybe they are going to run it like crazy. So that's why we did our listener league draft a little
it
late.
does say this.
So that's why I got that. So yeah, Eckler JT would have been nice, but again, Devontae Adams, you can't really go bad with that.
Yeah,
So
you're not going bad, man.
yeah, and up
And it
until
gives you more
trade, you
balance
probably
when
could have
you win
traded
games.
Adams for JT. You probably could have traded him straight
Yeah.
up.
At
That
some
would have
point,
been
yeah,
a trade someone
early
might have done.
especially.
Yeah. So,
Dropped Patterson after Akers went down to pick up Funk, and someone picked him up right away.
oh yeah, Cordell. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough drop. I don't know, man. Like I said, I didn't really do too many moves and like trades this year. So like I felt like I made the right trades. I mean, yeah, I have, people that I kind of missed on, Gibson. I was wrong about Jacobs. He produced more than I thought he was gonna do. Things like that. But like I don't really have any regrets because I'm more so, as you know, Frank, the kind of guy where I'm good. Like I trust my research, I trust, what I put into it, and I understand that this is just still a game and we can't predict it. And I'm happy with how the results come out. Yeah, you get frustrated this or that. But for the most part, I kind of believe in the numbers and it does even out, with a little bit of luck here and there to just get on
Yeah.
that little higher percentage of the winning side. And that's all it
Don't
takes.
take it too
I don't try
seriously.
to
At the end
go,
of the day, it's still a game.
yeah, I don't try to go undefeated, but I know what it takes to get, in the playoffs in the leagues I'm playing. So you just have to know, where you're at, know when to make your moves and, when not to.
Yeah,
Don't get me
even if
wrong.
you're
If
playing
a
for
couple
money,
people hit accept on a couple of the trade offers I sent out, it could have wrecked me.
coulda
So
went the other way. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So, but
And I
like I
wanna,
said,
chime in on that because, I mean, again, I go back to the fact that you gotta enjoy the game and play the game for what it is. It's a game. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not
yeah.
enjoying the game and you're stressed out, because I know people that don't play fantasy football because they get so damn stressed out. They're so into it that if it ruins their whole weeks. Like everything that they got going on for football in general, that they're just too caught up into it that they just don't even enjoy football now because they're just like bitching and complaining at the TV for the team going down or somebody getting injured or somebody not scoring them for them. And I'm like, I'm still just enjoying the game and I love watching Red Zone and seeing
Yeah.
everybody score and see what happens and just to like soak it all in. If I could watch every
And
game, I would
analyze it.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could watch every game, dude, I would literally watch every game, no problem. Like I could
Oh,
sit there and
I not like all full games, but I
you
review
watch
every
them
single
the
game.
super
Yeah.
speed, right? The super speed, right?
Yeah.
Get it through
Yeah, the
there real
quick
quick.
games,
Yeah,
I try to see almost every player, at least see how they play stuff and when guys are entering and out, it just kinda gives you a feel,
yeah,
it helps you just kinda understand the data. If you're looking at just the numbers, it doesn't tell the true story. You
yeah.
kinda have to
And
see how
I
the
picked
game
up
script
guys
goes.
because of that, just the feel of what was going on
Yeah.
in the game and what I saw, and I was like, "Oh, this is what's going on." I said, "That dude's gonna have a good week." I said, "This guy is gonna be the next man up," or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And he was, and that's I've done it a couple times where you just kind of look at the teams and you're just these, you know, watching the games and getting that feel is really I can't even explain it. It's just the best
That's
data
why we
getter.
do this.
It's
Yeah, I'm
it's
just like
literally
it's
the
like
data best data finder you can get. You just watch the damn game. You'll see it. It'll
exactly.
unfold before your eyes. You'll see the numbers falling down after that matrix style.
That's why we started this show. I mean, I needed to play an outlet to get all this stuff that I see and wanna talk about, out there, so that's why we're here, man, and so we're happy
Hey,
we
so
could provide a place for you guys to do the same. So,
for sure,
yeah, we'll
for
take a
sure.
couple
It's
more,
awesome.
comments and
We'll
questions here, and
call the
then,
last
we'll
one.
call it a
Last one
night.
here.
Yeah.
Smokey the Cat
Smokey the
came in at
Cat
the end.
Cat.
He
What
came
up?
in at the end.
What up?
What's up, man? Guys, what tight end seals Everett or Kemet? If we should change playoff week to 16, 17, 18 instead of 15,
Ooh,
16, 17.
hopefully
Oh,
that
so you
didn't
guys are playing
happen
the last
in
game.
the league.
I'm at
Yeah,
7-6, fourth place. 5-6 and 6-7 or 7-9. 7 9th and 5-8 of my finals are next two games. So in this case, he needs Ricky Seals Jones, Everett, or Cole Komet.
I think it's that
Jeez.
order. If Seals plays, just he's still dealing with that. I believe it's a hip issue that he's dealing with right now. But whatever Seals is dealing with, just watch the practice reports there. If he plays, obviously with Logan Thomas being out,
Yeah.
he has
There's
that
some people that picked
connection.
him up, and I'm just like not sold on him.
Yeah, only because he's hurt. So I have to see a little more. Again, tough pickings there between Everett or Komet. Everett, it looks like, Russell Wilson's kind of coming back, rounding into form. He has the best quarterback thrown to him. But we all know now Justin Fields is starting. We know the tight end is a safety blanket. Komet's been kind of getting worked in a little more in that offense. Um, but, at the same time, they do have a little trouble blocking, so he might be kept in a block a little more as well too. Have to break that down a little more, but I think you have the correct order there. So most likely Everett.
And the way it's listed, right? Seals, Everett,
Yeah,
Komet.
yeah. And again, I mean, that's just, you're talking bottom of the barrel at this point. So, you know, you're just hoping one of those guys scores a touchdown. So to me, think Seals has the best chance to score, followed by Everett, followed by Kmet. Only because I think Jimmy Graham just got another touchdown. Jimmy Graham's got a touchdown the last 2 games.
And
Not
also,
Kmet.
Everett can't hold on to the damn ball. We all remember that. That's why we're
There's
all
that
hating on
too.
Everett.
Yeah, there's that too.
We know.
That's
No
that's why he's available on the wire.
Yeah, that's why he's
Um,
still out there. We had high hopes for him. He was
he's
you know,
part
a
of our
sleeper.
bet. Yeah, look at
He
those are
was
our bet.
part of
Those
the
are our 2
sleepers
guys.
guys. Yeah.
Hey, that's
Everett and
Everett
Cole
and
Kmet,
Kmet.
dude, literally
Yeah,
those guys are on, like, literally bets on these guys.
yeah.
Oh, look, Neanderthal throwing in his biggest regret. My biggest regret is drafting Droppy Anderson on both my teams over guys I saw perform very well this year and thought they were avoidable on dangerous picks. So
Yeah,
he was not shooting his shot. He probably went with the guy he knew in Droppy Anderson, felt
yeah.
comfortable with Droppy,
The year
and
he
didn't
was
take a
coming
shot on
off
somebody
of,
else.
coming with somebody who he already had chemistry with
Yeah.
and Sam Darnold, that did not turn out the way it was. I think that had a lot to do with, McCaffrey, not so much you making a bad pick.
Yeah, and that happened with me and Allen
McCaffrey injury.
Robinson. I mean, Allen Robinson just did not pan out. I had him last year. He was a really good quarterback. I thought he was going to do better this year, considering his quarterback situation improved, and he was nowhere to be found. I hope that he gets drafted to a different, better team with a better quarterback, so he could finish off his career strong. Because I think he still got plenty left in the tank. Really like Allen Robinson, but just the situation's not working out for him.
Yeah.
And Evan Harrison, I'll hang on to Kittle.
Little
That's
subtle
tight.
flex.
Light flex.
As will I. I have
On that
Kelsey and Kittle on
on
the
that
same
note,
team.
let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Heavy, heavy flex. There it is.
Such as
Such
your
as your
Niner
Niner
Devo.
diva. That was probably my 2 best picks. Like, if we wanna talk regrets, my 2 biggest, come ups this year, and I think what made me be in the position I'm in, was I drafted Debo in the 8th, and I got, Jamar Chase in the 8th.
Yeah.
Those were probably my best 2 picks, value picks that I had in the draft, so
Oh, what about Deontay Johnson? When did you get Deontay Johnson?
oh, Deontay went where he shoulda went,
Oh, you
but
should've went. So, but
yeah,
you
I
got him
just
though.
knew he
You're
was
right.
good. Yeah, but
Right,
I
you
got
got
him.
him.
Yeah. He's my wide
Alright,
receiver
guys.
3.
He's
Got
even saying
Debo,
goodnight, guys. Let's
AJ
roll it
Brown.
out.
Yeah, we're good.
You've been here. This camera, that camera. Let's do
You, and you.
it.
Alright, guys.
Peace
So
out,
we
guys.
appreciate it. Thank you guys. Again, tune in on Friday at 9:30. Mike and I will be here. We may have a guest, we may not. Tycoon, if you see this, let me know if you wanna join us. We'll get some
Oh,
start sits on. We'll do some, breakdowns and, start sit previews, for Sunday's games, and, we'll see you, Friday,
I do wanna
9:30.
say
Go
one
ahead.
thing, and I'm gonna call everybody out for this. We need more likes. You guys are on here commenting. We're interacting with everybody. You guys are out watching these videos. We
Yeah.
get and not enough likes, dude. Like seriously, it's not that hard to hit a like. I help out all my homies all the time. When they post something up, I share it. I do this, I do that. I like. I'm always about picking somebody else up and helping somebody else, and it doesn't cost me a damn thing to hit that like button or
Tell him,
subscribe and
Frank.
everything
Preach
else.
it.
So I'm just
Preach
saying,
it.
like seriously,
I love it.
get those likes up, guys. Let's get the likes up. Let's get some sharing going on. Even like if you don't want to tell your friends about it, tell your other friends about it that you're not playing fantasy football with. Hey, we're literally out here, and half the guys that are watching the show are in
In
our
our
league, and
leagues.
we're hey,
Still
win or
clinched.
lose, it doesn't matter to us, man.
Still
We love it.
clinched.
So
It's
you
like
know what
I'm
I'm saying?
telling you my play, and I'm still beating you. Sorry, Jerry.
Like that boy says, I liked every video. Just hit the damn button, and
There we go.
that's all I'm saying, man. On that
And on
note,
that
now we're
note,
out of here. Just want to
take
close
it
this
out,
out
baby.
because we're done.
Out.